Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a Tuesday night, and we bring you WWE NXT here at the Wrestling for Life Network. It's going to be a fun one. We got lots to talk about. The go-home show for No Mercy. So much happening. So much. Are we getting an invasion? We will talk about it. Get in that chat. Click all the buttons, and make sure you strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel-good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you NXT tonight. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. Plus, the IWC never gives a shortage of things to dive into. It's going to be a fun one here on that channel. Me and that pretty face got you for the next little bit. So blow up that chat. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. What is on your wrestling mind? But for those who don't know, I'm Mr. Everyday, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and I believe, my guy, tonight's the night that TNA crosses the line. Pun.
Tonight's the night, or do they wait till No Mercy?
No, I think there's been a lot of murmuring, and I think that's also how you get out of this title for title match, because I don't think we get a clean winner. I don't think we get an actual dual champ or anything like that. I think we get into no contesta, and that's because that's where Moose comes down, and Mike Santana, and EY, and Carlos Silva drops in from the rafters like Sting.
Yeah, I mean, does the invasion kicking off tonight buy more intrigue into No Mercy? Like, oh, shoot, what's going to happen there? I mean, that's the possibility. I agree with you about the double champ. I don't see either guy winning both belts and having both belts. So it feels like the writing's on the wall. Why did you pick an arbitrary Tuesday night to have title versus title? It feels like a bigger match than a Tuesday night match.
On the go home for a pay-per-view, premium live events and everything. And you've got Ridge taking on Santana at Victory Road 2, so you plug towards that a little bit.
Well, you have Victory Road this week. We have No Mercy this week. So, I mean, again, I think there's title matches already set for both of those shows. So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense that there's going to be a title change here when you've already advertised title matches on upcoming shows.
Right. Yeah, and like I said, and you agree with me, I don't think that there's going to be a point to where they leave with both championships. And we've talked about this invasion angle for quite some time. And I know you mentioned No Mercy, but at this point, it's kind of pissing it off the pot.
Yeah, I mean, No Mercy's this weekend. So, I mean, if it happened 5 days from now, I wouldn't be like, oh, I can't believe they didn't do it. But we've been talking about it for quite a while. I mean, I like the fact that if everybody, when we first started talking about it, we got it right away, then what do you do? So the fact that we've had a back and forth, and a buildup of frustration, I like it. I mean, I think it's now when we get it, it's going to, tonight, if people start coming from the rafters, as you described, we're going to pop. It's going to be, oh, shit, it's on.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what this kind of has needed. Now, granted, I hope they can find a way to at least nail an invasion angle, because that's been tried a lot in wrestling and doesn't always work that well. But this will finally silence a lot of people about the whole, oh, well, NXT is taking advantage of TNA. Now, TNA is the invading force here, and you're putting some major pause on TNA with all this.
For sure. And I mean, again, for the people that, like, the TNA titles had so much exposure, and now when they come back to get it, and you get this, if you do get this war, you've done nothing but put TNA on a huge platform, and it's worked well for them. They're happy with this. So the naysayers can say whatever they want. The proof is in the pudding. And right now, it's working. It's doing well.
Absolutely. And speaking of things that are doing well, as this chat's climbing up, should we say hi to the people as we got like under 10 minutes?
All right, let's go. All you, bro. Roll.
Oh, fair enough. I didn't realize I'd scroll up to the top, but I got Zach, happy National Great American Pot Pie Day, KJ.
What's an American pot pie?
I don't know. I respectfully do not eat Popeye. I'm a picky eater with some shit.
A Popeye's delicious, but what's an American Popeye?
As the one who doesn't eat it, I cannot answer you. The chat will have to answer you.
All right, chat, let me know.
And Jason out here is saying it's National Snack Stick Day. So Slim Jim Day. International Day of Sign Languages as well. See you at 7:45. Shout out, Jason.
Let's go. There's some sign language for you. Good.
My name's Jeff. J1, what's up, fellas? Looking forward to NXT. And how about my Detroit Lions last night? Yeah, MDB got his ass whooped by the Vikings defense and David Montgomery in fantasy.
Crazy.
That man went
off. I got edged.
Oh, pause. But you and I play each other this week in fantasy. And it's like 48% there of who's going to beat who.
I'm not even sure I've ever beat you in a regular season matchup. I've only ever beat you in playoffs.
Last year.
I only ever beat you in playoffs, bro.
They'll hockey mop the floor with me, but yeah, football, you haven't beat me in a regular season game.
I like it. Let's go. It'll be a good one.
Hey, Wrestling for Life buddies. Can't wait for NXT NA War to really begin tonight. And happy birthday, Stephanie McMahon, as well as Ray Charles and Bruce Springsteen. The boss.
Right.
Bruce. What up? Damien, looking forward to lights out match between Miles Bourne and Lexus King. They're just taking away any sort of sensory thing that Miles Bourne has.
A blindfolded, ear covered, nose pinched battle royal.
Right. Timmy, what up? My name's Jeff again. Yeah, that briefly, we haven't talked about it too much, and I'm sure we'll talk about it later. John Cena, AJ Styles, Crown Jewel, finally official.
Yeah, two big stories. And I mean, I'm a little surprised it came out the way it did, but fair enough. But John Cena is going to take on AJ Styles at Crown Jewel, which can be a lot of fun. A lot of people wanted this match. They get it. And the other big news, of course, going around everywhere right now is the PWI.
Oh, we're definitely going to talk about that. I had Bradley on the Discord that wanted that to be a whole separate stream.
Might have to. We've done it before.
Right. Dennis, depression been hitting me hard for a few days. Not sure if I'll be here tonight. Try to see everyone at 6:45 my time. Well, hopefully you're doing better, my guy. And we got you. And like we've said many a time, of sometimes this out here is, are even distraction from the real world. So we got you, my guy.
The world's a scary place. Dennis, bud, try and put a smile on that face and live every day you possibly can. And if you can't find your smile, stop on by. We'll do everything we can to hang out with you, keep you company. And we appreciate you being here. So keep that chin on, my bud.
Right. Be a friend, tell a friend. John Brooks, what's up, everyone? I'm new to the stream. I hope everything is doing awesome, and I smashed that like button. Will everyone follow like John and smash that like button? Hit subscribe. I know we've been dancing with the line of 7.5. We hit it like literally as we were going off the air last night, and we've been back and forth amongst it. How far away are we, sir?
I think we're 2 away now again. I think some people, in an effort to be nice, jumped on, and the YouTube bot smacked it down. So we lost a couple.
Well, let's see if we can get those 2 back there. I mean, my name's Jeff. You probably got like 4 accounts, right, or something. You can make 2 or 3.
That's it. It's catching the multi accounts and saying, no, this doesn't seem right.
Right. Damien. Yeah, so Chris Statlander's first title defense against Mina Shirakawa already announced for tomorrow night's Dynamite.
It's kind of random. I'm okay with it. I'm not going to say it's a bad decision. If it leads to something or there's some meaning behind it, fine, that's good. It is a little random right now, but you can book a match that we're not expecting to have that leads to something. So the only weird thing is I think Stat's all over the place. So Stat and Mina feels like babyface on babyface or Stat heel. I don't fucking know. So
well, maybe that's the teasing to her going with the Death Riders and everything.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, she won the championship. Nice moment. I'd rather her come out and kind of give a speech than have a match with Shirakawa, but I love Mina. So this should be fun.
Is it also because Mina's Tangio to Tony Storm?
Yeah, maybe a little, if they can tie that in. I mean, it's kind of slipped away, but to remind us that those two are connected, yeah.
Yeah, and then that's maybe how they get back to that, but
for sure.
Wrestling guy, what up? Boston out here 2 weeks in a row. I'm watching NXT. What? Means it's working. Means it's good, my guy.
Not bad, not bad.
Like you said, they stacked this out.
Yeah, again, last week we had Homecoming that was crazy as far as the booking goes. And this week, I mean, again, your main event is title versus title, possible invasion, some other cool shit going on, things we don't know yet. So, I mean, it's been all right. It's been all right. It has its ups and downs like any other wrestling show or any other show.
Right. Chris, what up? I'm just here to stalk Boston some more. Well, 6 feet, my guy.
Right.
Roman, Kevin, Big Dog, I see you. Guardian, Beardizer, here on time.
There you go. As we got about 3.5 minutes.
I'll let you read this one because you always love the name.
Daniel Barry, Sports Highlights. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Welcome back.
Foxy Pug out there over on Twitch. OG Dale, Trey, I got you. Wesley, hi guys. It's me, Wesley Conkin, and happy Trickin' A Tuesday. Hey, what do you say?
Down by the bay.
Well, how much longer are we going to have everyone's favorite non-alcoholic wrestling champion out there of, Trickin' A going around? Yeah.
Right? I don't know. Again, this invasion angle, Bound for Glory is a good spot, I think.
It seems like that would be probably where they're going to build to it, because isn't that where they announced him versus Santana?
Yes. Or are they fighting at Victory Road first?
No, Victory Road is Santana versus Ridge, because Ridge came out.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
First one that crossed the line.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, Bound for Glory being a big show, one of their bigger shows, the biggest, arguably. I look to big moments for it, so we'll see.
Right. Biff, Ayo. What
Biff.
up, man? Spaz with a $10 super chat. See, since I've been clicking all the comments, you can read the super chat.
I like it. Always start with appreciation. I say again, as the real world gets more and more shitty, the more I appreciate K Jiggy, Sticky Nicky, Tonio, the geek in the box. I love that. And this great chat. Love y'all. Nothing but love, Spaz. Again, we appreciate all the support you give to the channel. And yeah, I mean, again, we love the community. Keep building it. Keep building this WFU, the most unbiased, unscripted, uncensored wrestling coverage on the internet. And we don't have to fake our numbers. We get what we get.
Facts. Biff, I think, answered you on American Pot Pie. It's the prequel to the American Pie film series.
my Miss
It's the Cheech and Chong. It's the stoner version of American Pie, American Pot Pie.
American Pot Pie. Let's go.
Jose, I see you. C Money. Anthony, I think I saw you in the chat. Not our Anthony, the other Anthony. Miles, Helen Keller. Oh,
Jose.
Shots fired out the gate there. Cooper out there on Twitch. That sounds like Lexus King, actually, with that sound effect. That feels like what it would be if he's like a chicken wing.
Right.
Hey, and yes, Bradley made sure to make sure that we knew about this. A friend of the channel, Big Trouble Ben Bishop, the homie out there, number 304 in the PWI. Hands together, folks. Bang hands together.
Yeah, we got actually, you and I have quite a few acquaintances, friends of the channel on the list. We actually landed quite a few of the For Life Network fucking friends and family category. Shout out to Big Ben. Shout out to all our other friends doing big things. But yeah, it's good to see Ben make the list.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't really care for their website, but I did see Wrestle Talk put out a whole thing about how he might be a new NXT signing now because he's made the list now and everything.
He made the list.
Right. He made the list.
Okay, then yeah. Next up, him and Serial Man in a tag team.
I saw Serial Man as number 500, and I had no idea that El Serial Man was a wrestler.
We're about to run out of time here, but the live event starts any moment.
Denise, I see you real quick. Z-Man Scar, I'm reading off any names that I missed at all. Wrestler God, I got you already. Biff's already popping off out there. Mega, I see you. Ben Bishop, you just made the list.
Made the list. Let's go.
As I got the Netflix logo.
I'm just getting the Netflix logo.
I will stop.
Then,
and they're doing the new intro video.
Okay, I got then.
Okay.
You're like a second and a half.
Yeah. You got
now.
I don't know what the timing on this now.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah,
We changed the video and now our timing up.
It's longer than the other one.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yes, I didn't hate the old one with like the Endgame, galaxy thing.
Yeah, I didn't hate it, but
Together.
I don't mind the new one, as I do have Together as well, sir. As we go back to Homecoming last week, and we get the highlights, Triple H opening it up. But folks, get in that chat. We will take a prediction on every single match. We will take a rating out of 10 at the end of the night. So we want to know how the fans out there feel about these shows. So let us know. What are you excited for tonight? What are you looking forward to? And a quick shout out to Big Dog, Spaz, and Mega. Top 3 last night. That's your little crown in the chat. The more you chat, the more you contribute, the higher on the list you go.
Facts. Brandon Sandman, WrestleMania has been my Bible for infos. Shout out.
There you go.
Paul, who said National Pot Pie Day? I'm the National Pot Pie Eater.
There you go. The American champ. Nice to meet you. Canadian champ.
Diamond Mayor to the list. Yeah. How do you feel still looking back that you got a 30-second glorious at best?
It was a heel turn. I'm mad at Joe Hendry still.
They did the TikTok or the Twitter post that they did and everything with DIY was longer than his appearance time on TV.
I was like, come on, give me the entrance. Wasn't to be, sir.
That top 3 for the chat had to be the most points for top 3 ever.
Right? Huge. The boys are out banging. Pause.
Kyle, does Raw go back to 8 p.m. next week? No, it stays. It's come October,
7.
depending on how it goes.
Yeah, they haven't given an official opinion or answer to the timing of October shows, but all September, all Raws, 7 p.m. We go live at 6:30.
Yes, we go live a half hour before every Raw and every SmackDown.
That's it.
Or as close to a half hour as we can.
Close.
Yeah, vitamins be taken sometimes in the background on both sides. So I'm still just getting the replay for Homecoming.
There we go. What's up, Boston? Kevin, Big Dog, loves it. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Carpenter, the United States pot pie eating champion. I just got the visual of that kid, what's the meme, the clip with the pie on his face from
Matilda?
No, not Matilda. Is it Matilda with the pie eating contest?
That's the chocolate cake is what I was thinking of. I don't know about the pie eating contest that you're thinking of. Well, is he just out there like Kenny Omega spitting up raspberry pie when he gets hit in the stomach?
Yeah, see, raspberry pie. Who knows what I'm talking about right now?
I don't know. This man's out here talking about some rhubarb pie.
Now I want some pie of any kind.
Pie?
I'd rather Raw at 7 and fuck 8.
Oh, Eli and Moose walking behind Trick right now in the parking lot. Matt Cardona's behind.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I see. Was that what's his face?
Cardona, Zack Ryder.
Oh.
That's who was behind Oba. Moose and EY were behind Trick.
That's crazy. Stand by me. There it is. Yes, Lord ass. Thank you, Biff. Let's go.
Well, I figures a guy that shares a movie name and everything from Back to the Future would know, some movie stuff.
Oh, that's it was when he tells the story, the lard ass at the county fair eats too much pie and pukes. Oh, lights out right away. Ooh.
So we're kicking off with a lights out match.
There you go. So we're starting the night with a lights out match. Odd.
That's how the TNA guys sneak into the building because all the lights are cut off to start off the lights out.
Under the darkness
of night. But who you got, folks? Do you got Miles Bourne or do you got Lexus King? I almost want to call him Miles Teller.
I'm going to go with the Bourne identity here.
There you go.
So
that's not just any guy. That's goddamn Miles Bourne.
Right? But that's a cool and smart start to the show. You show the champions come in. You know they have a champion versus champion match tonight. and you see the TNA guys in the background.
In the most dangerous place in
Yeah,
WWE
right.
wrestling, the NXT parking lot.
Right? The most dangerous place in all of wrestling.
Facts.
Facts.
It just beat out Dave Meltzer's dungeon.
I like it. Let's go. Wait, I got a dungeon button.
Oh, God. Live look at it. Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez during NXT tonight. Miles. Everyone's taking Miles. Dale's talking about the TNA invasion. Anyone taking a Lexus. Boston Lexus King is never making it out of NXT. Ooh. Is it just me, or is it hard to follow this? Like,
why? It doesn't really happen.
There's WWE Underground matches that are better lit than this.
Right? 82% of the chat going Miles. Yeah, I don't know. We could lighten it up a little, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I get the whole, it's a lights out, but it's still like the beginning of King Hangman Page and Kyle Fletcher was better lit, and that was damn near grayscale than this is right now. This feels like they just borrowed Hook Spotlight and used it.
Big chair shot by King.
This has to be, though, Miles, and I noticed they're both wearing the camo. Wow.
Well, I was going to say, do you notice that King's wearing that cut-off T-shirt like somebody familiar? Looking like Daddy Dearest? A wee bit. Does he
kind of need to go to that? Does he need to embrace the loose cannon?
Yeah, I think if he just becomes kind of this unhinged kind of guy, he needs something. He's too generic. He's too a creative wrestler. Like, he's just everything he does, you feel like he's acting, right? It feels forced.
The Vince Neil gimmick, the fucking Van Halen gimmick doesn't get over right now in 2025, at least with what he's doing.
Right. Yeah.
Spaz with a $5 super chat. I know I'm still talking about All Out, but the coffin match and the table tech match were the most. This is only awesome because I'm here matches ever. Is that the third Viking Raider ever instead of Ivar?
I thought Tables and Tacks was all right. It was a fun time. If you ignore everything else, like, it was just fun. It was good. I stand on business that the coffin match was one of the worst matches of 2025. It was slow. It wasn't good. The aftermath, the fire spot, it was all embarrassing. And I know John Moxley made number 2 on the list. He shouldn't be in the top 10. He is the worst. He is worse. I take Serial Man over John Moxley. He is garbage.
We'll talk about this in a commercial.
Town boy.
As I got a garbage can getting smashed from Miles Bourne and Alexis King, and I see Money. Where are you? Pair Pillman with Teddy Hart. They can juggle cats. Teddy Hart will never step foot in WWE.
Not at all. There's some no. We're not gonna get there.
Curry Man over Mox.
Hamburger, I don't care who, anybody.
Cheeseburger.
I'm sorry. Like, I get it. And I feel like maybe I'm crazy. And again, he is on the number 2 of the list, but I don't get how he's there. I understand when you look at his record and how much he wrestled. Sure, he did a lot, but a lot of bad matches. Name me one good John Moxley match. Name me one exciting title defense he had. Not one can be thought of. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Well, Boston out there agreeing with you of saying it wasn't just it was the worst match of the year.
My guy, come on now.
Logistically, there was just so much of it that was just confusing and unnecessary and just weird and just felt like it was personal fan service to themselves.
John Moxley has developed a formula of having really slow, boring matches, knowing that all the fans are going to clip or talk about are the 1 or 2 spots he does. I fell on spikes, so they're not talking about the 20 minutes I bored them to fucking death. Big drop kick.
Outside the ring. Yeah, and they literally, you can see it. They have a roving spotlight that is following these 2 men. So this is Miles Bourne Batman.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
I saw someone mention David Arquette over John Moxley.
Right. Listen, I don't see it. And again, these guys rank everyone each year, and we say take it with a grain of salt. And I know I'm getting distracted, but what is happening now? He's on the table.
They're doing like a wider shot, so I feel like somebody's trying to show up somewhere because they're like really panned out. Oh, we got both men up on top of this table.
Uh-oh. Neck breaker.
Roll a neck breaker, and the table says nay, nay.
Nay. I stay right here.
I am the table. Does he even needs a new finisher because it looks so much like the goddamn Crossroads and everything. When we need to get back to that kind of stuff where moves feel protected and feel unique.
I agree. I really do think that there's select things that you got to start getting back to the old school of, if you see this move, even if it is a fucking leg drop, if you see this move by this individual, it's over. And on this rare special occasion, once, maybe twice in a year, somebody finds to get a way to get their shoulder up because they are miraculous. But Cody hitting his finisher 3 times every main event, it's bad.
Right?
Shit.
Oh, Lexus taking Miles to the woodshed here with this belt. Yeah, I am the dropkick commander. When you think of drop kicks, you see this face.
Right? And again, I think if Roman is going to be the guy that spears and Jay says, I'm also Oos, I can spear too, fine. But you can't have everybody throwing spears. You can't have everybody.
Two people who should be doing spears is Braun Breaker and Roman Reigns.
Yeah. I really think there should be a select moves that are protected. Then you kind of have the run-of-the-mill moves that are kind of thrown in that anybody can do, right? Like a fucking neck breaker, or obviously the Irish whip, the back, whatever the generic shit is, fine. But you need a signature set. And wait a minute, Miles is up. Ironically, King didn't hear him coming.
Facts, yeah. We're really
stuck up on him.
I mean, I'm not going to say nothing, but normally you kind of maybe hear something or whatever. But I mean, he was setting up the table. Maybe the table's really loud.
Both men down. It's a fun match to start the show, Nick.
Well, where the fuck did the candy come from? There's candy all over. It's Vic Joseph's goddamn candy tray just went exploding everywhere.
I think they do it on purpose when they get a chance. Let's see if we can yard sale his candy.
Oh, absolutely. And that's how you tell we're out here watching this every week, because we instantly figured out where the candy came from, because we know Vic Joseph has a candy stash under his desk.
Right. As they're setting up a chair. Miles reversal. At this point, send Mox to GCW. He drink Mountain Dew and be extreme. Facts. Extreme.
Oh. He who sets it up must go through it, such as the laws of wrestling.
Dynamite versus NXT October Title Tuesday. It's coming soon, folks. Hey, we got lots coming your way. October 7th is Title Tuesday. We have a breakfast. We have a sunrise with the boys coming up. That's really at 8 a.m. 7 a.m. live, bro. We might just
that is the earliest we've been in God knows however.
It depends on how
New Japan was the only one that was probably earlier.
3 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh shit! It will be the earliest ever up for a dub show, and it's going to be fun. We're going to be a mess. We have a show the night before. I had this crazy idea in my head today when I was kind of prepping
24-hour stream
of let's just go all night.
We might have to make sure we have Geekbox and Anthony and everybody on standby. They might have to take like a night shift, an overnight shift.
Ivy and a fucking one of the helmets with the beer in it.
Facts, yeah.
Oh, Miles through the barricade.
Oh,
big spear. Got table.
This is a good match.
You got table?
What?
Dale's got table.
There you go. He's got table duty. He's got table 7. But this is a hell of a match, and this is a hell of a way to start off. Like, again, Granted, it's a regular NXT, but it's also a go home for No Mercy. So how are you going to get people excited for No Mercy when you've kind of, it's been a bit of a build there. We talked about it last night of there's so much wrestling now that sometimes stuff kind of just doesn't get the best build it needs to get.
Yeah.
This is how you get people excited into this shit.
For sure. And I would argue that this is Lexus King's best match since
in WWE.
Maybe ever, actually, now that you mention it. Simo, what?
What?
There's no going back now. I watched Cody take 3 AAs and then an avalanche AA all in succession, then kick out. We can't return. You can't put the pace back in the tube, eh? It's Miles.
Yes, you can. It'll take some time, though.
Yeah, it takes. You got to go the other way.
And you have to creatively shift that way.
Yeah, you got to have a team meeting and be like, all right, put your hand up if you do the spear. All right, now we're going to put names in a hat and figure out who still does the spear.
All right, you, put your hand down. You don't do it anymore.
You're not doing them anymore. Fuck y'all.
We got the stairs set up for like the superplex in ring. When's the last time you saw that somebody do something like this?
Oh, DDT.
Oh!
Well, we are all dreaming about PCO versus Moxley. PCO's a house, man.
PCO, and he's a friend of the channel. Who's more carny, John Moxley or PCO? Well, the guy who smashed the TNA belt on GCW or the guy who's hit forehead? Lexus goes to the table.
Over.
Yeah.
Off the stairs, through the table. Miles Bourne gets the dub. And you know what the difference is, Nick? PCO knows he is what he is. John thinks he's an artiste. And instead, he's the one that fucking walks around like a zombie. And the other guy's still putting on barn burner matches.
Right. I'm a peacock.
Even Frankenstein sells, Moxley.
Yes. But hell of a match by these two. Hell of a match by these two.
Right.
Like you said, probably you thought it was the best Lexus King match of his whole career. Yeah. It for sure was his best out of WWE.
For sure. And it's one of Miles' best performances as well. He had the one match when he first broke away from the quarter pound crew. But we are in the back.
Is Miles breaking out more and more as the weeks go by as a breakout guy from NXT?
I think so. I think he's super athletic in comparison to Randy. Lots is there. I almost missed your question because of Stevie Turner, but what?
What? I was saying about Miles Bourne being a breakout, and you had Spaz's super chat up in the mega super chat. Mox needs a serious character change like right now. No, because that's John Moxley, and he thinks it's fucking cool.
I've been saying it for 2 years. Like, we've been hearing the same shit on record. Moxley doesn't have to cut promos. Moxley just has to play footage of his old promos. Like, and have like that insert name, like, I'm coming to get you, you know, Eddie Kingston. Like, that's what he needs.
I need to bleed now. Tony needs me.
Oh, Ethan and Miles having a little face to face.
That's going to be, and there's Manson, Steph D. Laney. You can see the sewing here. They're in the building now, folks. They're not just in the parking lot. TNA is invading.
They're circling. They're circling. It's like a horror movie. I don't even know.
That's what's cool. And we haven't seen an invasion angle in quite some time. I feel. Can you remember the last one that we saw? I go back to like WCW, ECW, the Alliance.
Yeah, there hasn't been many. The whole WCW invasion, when it happened, it was a waste. It was all their B guys. I mean, you got guys like Booker T out of the mix. You got a couple other guys that had decent runs. DDP had a decent run. But it wasn't the A guys. It wasn't the Sting. It wasn't the names that you wanted to see. The ECW one was a little more fun. Kind of got Nexus vibes, like with this kind of feel here. But it's been a while. I like the fact that we're kind of sold on, they might be working together, but they ain't the same. Like, they're different companies, different controlling factors. Right. So it's got a different vibe to it, I think.
Well, it's talent roster versus talent roster. This is talent v talent. This is, brand loyalty versus brand loyalty. And you mentioned it and nailed it on the head with it being like a horror movie. It's Mike Myers peeking behind the tree and everything like that.
Yeah.
They're not drawing super attention to it. And they did it. WWE's good at doing that. Like they've done it in the past with Shinsuke and Nakamura. We set up everything with Roxanne Perez joining the Judgment Day with her being in the back behind shit, talking to Finn. Now they're doing this with the whole show so far. Every backstage segment, you're seeing this TNA talent to where if you watch TNA and know TNA, you know who that is and you get excited. If you're not, you're like, who's that out there? And it sets up that suspense of a little bit more and a little bit more. They're in the parking lot. Now they're in the building. Next they're going to be in catering. Next they're going to be in Gorilla. Right. Next they're sitting beside you. The call's coming from inside the plane.
Exactly. Unbroken just made me very aware of something I had no idea. But good evening, everyone. KJ, are you from the ostrich? I did not know of an ostrich situation in Canada until this comment popped up. Apparently, some farmers out west, Kootenay, which is British Columbia, got themselves in trouble for mistreating their ostriches. So there you go. Thank you, Unbroken, giving me Canadian news.
I feel like that needs a pause. Just never strangle your ostrich, folks. The next too long. Yeah. That's just what the f- is that? Like that is the most American headline that came out of Canada
right.
I've ever heard.
Right. And it was running this way, but his head was looking this way.
That way.
Why would you even throw a pen? KJ, you're the man. Thank you. 1-0. It's over.
Shut up, Daisy. Well, you just skipped over the man's name as he was shouting you out. You're like, yeah, right, thanks. I'm awesome, I know.
No, I was I'm trying to catch up.
You're good. I got to mess with at least a little bit.
I said thank you. Miles wins.
You didn't mention his name.
He knows who he is.
You know who you are, random citizen.
Back to catering for Lexus. Again, I mean, if Lexus is going to have good matches and he's like that mid-card guy that kind of helps put some guys over as he's developing, not a bad thing.
No, and we talked about the character shift with Moxley and everything, or you mentioned that, or it was discussed of they need to do that with a guy like Lexus too at this point. Respectfully, again, Lexus King, the, vintage rocker 80s hair guy meets Riff Raff. Does it really work? Isn't getting over. So maybe you pivot, and he should do something like, remember Brooks Jensen when he was being, thrown out of the arena and everything like that, of have Lexus King kind of go into that whole loose cannon of listen here, Booker man.
Yeah, I honestly think like he was trying to be cool with or be pompous with the facial hair, but I think it made us take him less serious. Then he did have some matches that he was booked in that were he's not bad, but there's nothing special about Lexus King.
Great.
Right? Like you never stand out of like, oh, do you remember when Lexus did this?
Yeah.
So that's it. Super chat. Jose throwing $2 our way. Thank you, sir. Did anyone get raptured today? I'm hoping right after the stream.
My AI is just taking over right now. And what you're seeing now is a recording that I left behind. That's why if I talk over KJ, it's because the timing didn't match up perfectly.
Right. All ego coming out. Just saw Mance Warner. There you go. Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
We're going to be crazy in NXT. If Mance Warner has a match in NXT.
Right?
Oh.
You and I had the same thought at the exact same time of like, Mance is on NXT. Wait a minute.
Because we watched Mance go from GCW and being on the Wrestling Revolver shows and being out there with all of the indies to, showing up in TNA to now he's going to be out there, a cup of coffee in the big time. Yeah.
Right. Now, Dr. Wagner Jr. is in the audience as him and Ethan have a continued beef where I do believe Ethan wants to take over all the Americas.
Now, is he? Well, I mean, everyone wants to, suspect that America's trying to take over all of the Americas. It seems like Canada's the one trying to take over all of the Americas.
Right.
Now, does Dr. Wagner, does he fall closer to like Dr. Pepper, or like Dr. Oz, or where does he fall on like the
Dr.
doctor? Yeah, to help, help me, Dr. Zeus.
Right? I would have bought them from a Mr. Scholl's. If you get it, you can have it.
If you don't even worry about it. You can have that too.
Yes, I believe there might be a stipulation with Grace and Blake, and it only makes sense. It's no mercy, and they have history. Ethan's talking to the doctor right now.
Dr. Dre?
Dr. Sayus?
Yes, yeah. Help me, Dr. Sayus.
Dr. Huxtable. Like, how many other doctors we got?
Whoa. Shit, that's Mr. Plow, not Dr. Plow. But there has to be something, though.
It's inappropriate. What?
There has to be something. This is going to sound inappropriate now after that with Blake Monroe after she's like psycho killer, like the devil is afraid of me kind of whole promo when she's out there in the bubble bath and everything.
Well, yeah, you up the ante, right?
So Ethan saying he's going to embarrass Tavon. He's cutting this promo directly at Dr. Wagner.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Oh, Ethan's challenging Wagner now.
I mean, he's there. Give me a referee.
Oh.
Now, is it fitting that Ethan's wearing red, so that's why he charged at him like that?
We got a stripe. We got an official. Yo!
Tap.
Do we got a new? No way.
What?
We got a new North American champion, bro.
That was an actual title match. I thought it was just a...
It's Tavion.
Hey!
Is that official?
You got duped. Dupe kid's afraid to leave it duped.
Okay, so he's not the champ. He's just acting like it.
He just got to win. He just got to win over him. I was like,
we got a new champ.
You just gave us the match at No Mercy for free in 10 seconds.
Yeah, what just happened?
So, speak of the devil, and they shall appear, as Jordan Grace is rewatching Monroe's promo.
Yeah, they're all talking about the fact that Blake is snapped. What? Is that Carmen?
Yes, that is Carmen Petrovich, Ariana Grace, and Kendall Gray. With the fucking Mossy Oak camo.
I feel like every time they clip, look who's here.
Nyla Jax and
Kelly
Armstrong, or not Nyla Jax.
Nia Jax.
Nia Jax,
Nikita in the house.
Nikita Lyons.
Why does Dr. Pepper come in a can? Because his wife left him. What did the O say to the 8? Nice.
Spaz sent me these dad ass jokes earlier today.
I like it, Spaz. That's my kind of comedy. Ariana losing her mind. Yeah, Nikita Lyon getting TV time.
Yeah, she's so great and so popular. I can't even remember her goddamn name.
Sharpshooter were invented by Japanese wrestlers. Thank you, Big. Given Anthony, that's for Anthony. Canada's taking over WWE and UFC. Let's go. Candice LeRae in the building.
Dude just combined Nyla Rose and Nia Jax into one wrestler that doesn't exist. But they would be a fucking monster of a wrestler if they did exist.
Holy shit.
I didn't even catch that. My brain just short-circuited. But yes, coming up next, we're getting the Speed #1 contenders match of Candice LeRae taking on Christ Almighty, Laney Reed. I had it. I'm picking her to win the match because they've been high on her and expecting her to be kind of, this next up and comer here. And I've blanked on her name for a split second.
Right. I quit Stip. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. I thought he won the match, but he did not win the title. When the ref handed him the belt, I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah. Why would you do that?
Why'd you give him the belt?
Yeah, the official handing over thing, especially after a win, feel like that only happens if someone won the belt. Normally they would just pick it up and then hold it over their head. Like, hey, I'll see you in 5 days.
Yeah.
As we are in commercial break, so we mentioned it a bit. We talked about how Big Trouble Ben Bishop, our brother from another mother, our very tall brother out there, friend of the channel, made the list. Do we want to at least? I have the top 10 read off. I know you sent out before, like the WWE.
Yeah, yeah.
But for those who don't know, the PWI 500 this year, their top 10. Number 1, Cody Rhodes. 2, Jon Moxley. 3, Gunther. 4, Hangman Adam Page. 5, Hiroki Goto. 6, Jey Uso cracks the top 10. Swerve Strickland at number 7. Seth Rollins at number 8. Sean Ross Sapp's Body Pillow Buddy Mystico at number 9. And number 10, Will Ospreay. Roman Reigns did not make the top 20, by the way.
Fall from grace, I guess.
Well, some people pointed out he didn't meet the qualifications.
Yeah, he didn't do much.
Because, well, it's a minimum of 10 singles non-tag matches total, so he didn't fully meet that qualification.
Makes sense. Jon Moxley should not be higher on the list than Hangman Page. Hangman Page was more over. He had a better run. We were all we were watching that rivalry because we wanted Page to pull it off. And again, everybody knows how I feel about Moxley. Most of it's not like completely unbelievable. I know we could probably nitpick and debate back and forth a little bit on positioning. It's hard to argue with Cody Rhodes with how much he worked, what he has meant, where his positioning is. It's kind of a guy.
Well, and here's the fun fact. Cody Rhodes is the 4th wrestler in history to place number 1 in the PWI 500 back-to-back years. Bret Hart 93-94, Stone Cold 98-99, John Cena 06-07, and now Cody Rhodes 24-25.
Makes sense. I mean, again, Cody's kind of been in that perch, and so I get it. I do get it. I don't get Moxley at 2. Hangman, I thought, had a phenomenal year. Swerve, deserving, up in that.
Who would you put at 2 then? Who would you put at 2 then?
Shovel everyone up, maybe put Hangman
Gunther at 2.
What Gunther could be at 2, and then just push everyone up 1 and move Moxley down to like 26.
501.
501. Right behind Serial Man.
Well, Hiroki Goto, to me, I get that they very much include everything, and especially the Indies and New Japan and everything like that. And I try to watch as much New Japan as I can. I think 5 might be a bit high for that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I almost feel like they sprinkle that in to look like,
we do include other companies.
Yeah, expansive in that way. But, yeah, I mean, Goto could be probably down a little bit more. I'm sure he had a great year, but New Japan's fallen off in interest in a big way. But yeah, I mean, they're not that far off with some of these names. We could really take a look at the individuals, but they're close. I don't think anyone's egregiously booked outside of where Moxie is. Cole Custer.
And that's not a custard. But that sounds like a fucking dish or something. But yes, we have the NASCAR Xfinity Series driver Cole Custer out here announcing this match because speed, NASCAR, got to go fast. They're making a left turn. Right. Anyone else noticed when they came back from commercial, they were playing Candice's music, stopped it, and then started it again so he could announce her. And now we've got Laney Reed from Tanston, Alabama. Is that what Vic Joseph said?
How does this person look 25 and 42 at the same time? Just anybody? Am I wrong?
Hilarious because you're so they've got Sol Ruka
right.
They're out there with whiteboards up in the mausoleum there, the rafters. Boo!
Laney's come on the scene strong. They've been booking her aggressive. Maybe aggressive might be the wrong word, but definitely making us notice Laney Reed.
Is Alabama known for cornfields and everything? I know Alabama's known for other things that they can't exactly have on a Titantron, but why is it just nothing but a picket fence and a cornfield behind her?
She's got Fallon's old gimmick. Oh,
yeah.
Right away. Candice on fire. I know. Candy.
Oh,
try again.
You hit every rope on the way down.
Oh, wow. What a neck breaker.
See, I'm surprised that doesn't happen more is when you have to work within a 3-minute match.
Yeah.
You got to rush it.
Yeah. Oh, look.
Oh, Zia Lee, she knows her way around here. Zia Brooks, we got Zia action.
The Zias are here. Oh, we're getting surrounded, Nick.
Yeah, but how are they getting in the building? Who's letting them in?
Apparently, they just walked on in. The security
we got a visitor's pass. We got a one-day visitor's pass.
You don't need to lock doors in Florida, right?
I don't even live in Florida, and I know that that's wrong.
That's not the right answer, KJ. This is not
right.
Jose,
let us know, as we're already down to 2 minutes remaining with this match.
The graphic changes color, eh? As it gets.
Yeah, see, normally you take a pause during these speed matches. I've ended up watching all of this tournament so far, so that's why I'm taking Laney Reed.
Right.
If you pause at the finish of that, I'm flying to Canada to punch you in the mouth.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the Zia.
Oh, yeah,
nice
buddy. Angel Warriors from TNA. I need sorry, Anthony. If you can sense our bat signal, please let us know if that's an actual name that they're called. Because why not just call them Zias? Zia Warrior Princesses.
Right? The Zias are here. Laney, I guess.
Candice, I'll beat you up. Zia Lee is back.
Zia Lee and Zia Brooks.
Oh, yeah, well, it's not shit. That's what it is, because she's not called Zia Lee in TNA. Zia Lee is the WWE name. Sorry.
I feel like it's very close. I don't want to butcher it, so.
Ying Lee.
What you said.
Yeah.
See, you did that so smooth.
I get Japanese names right, and I just screw up the Mexican.
Oh, Laney gets the dub.
I told you, see, when you watch this tournament. Yes, hey, my boy. I love you, Anthony. The man heard the bat signal. Yes, that's the name. That name was announced this past week on TNA. Shout out, my guy. Always, man, coming out of the fucking woodwork out there, coming down from the rafters to let us know.
Yeah, AW has the hook light. We have the Anthony light. And
yes, we just put the chapeau and TNA underneath it, and we know just a little cup of tea there.
Oh my God, big knee.
Knee trigger.
Did it land? Holy shit.
Did it land? Yeah, she's picking up her jaw from Sex and Say.
Soul and Zarya still holding up whiteboards, and Soul's got that title. It will be on the line against Laney Reed. Jada Parker.
Miss Parker. She don't even know. Did you see everybody out there, because Jey Uso did the hip thrust in the corner and then hit the LeBron taunt? Oh, like, see, they're not even hiding it anymore.
Yeah, I saw that. All in greater than WrestlePalooza, Mr. Quake. We're not going to get into it, but you're entitled to your opinion. For sure.
I will say it's not fully out of the discussion and everything.
That depends who you ask. For me, it's completely out of the discussion.
Fair enough. I'm at least willing to entertain that it's debatable, but yeah.
Yeah, it might be to some. I thought All Out was bad, very disappointing. And again, you delivered some of the worst matches of the year.
It's one of those of, like, if you get like one question wrong on a 5-question exam, or if you get like 10 questions wrong on a 14-question exam, which is worse?
Right. That's the overall dilemma.
Right. Jada's cutting the whole promo on Lash.
Paige or Tessa? Paige.
Yes. Hey, Lyra's back here too. Lyra Tatum.
I said Bailey's acting like Tatum. So Lyra's going to her old friend who's crazy to help her with her new friend who's crazy.
Is this why you talk to me? So you can understand crazy? Hey, listen, I'm not crazy. I'm just a little unwell. Hey, oh, Macklin and Alicia Fox.
Yeah, Alicia Fox back on WWE programming. Look, they're just walking by. Oh, hang a dank.
They're just a parade of.
Look at that.
And then they stop, turn, and
This way, I can smell them.
Right. Scooby and Shaggy are following behind Macklin and Fox. Victoria Crawford, sorry. Victoria Crawford.
What is... Oh, Ava's in London. It sounds like a horror movie. Ava in London.
Is that
Here comes Jordan Grace. Who's Jordan beating up tonight?
I don't know. It's probably going to be Grace.
The other Grace?
Yeah. We got Grace on Grace action.
Right.
She's got style. She's got grace.
Uh-huh. No, I love what they're doing with TNA right now. I'm only imagining Anthony's. I can feel Anthony's smile from here. I'll put it that way. Like, just, it's crazy. Like, every clip, the TNA people are just kind of floating in the background, making you like.
And that's the thing is that's too as we go to commercial break. So yes, it is going to be Ariana Grace versus Jordan Grace. So Grace on Grace action, but even Anthony out there pointing out Steve Macklin and all that and it's because it's got that horror aspect of you just kind of see, one of those almost you blink and you miss it kind of things, and you get the little details if you're paying attention. So I think it's like that double dose for Anthony because he's the horror guy and he's the TNA guy. So he's just getting all his fancies tickled. Pause.
All right, poll going up. Figure this one out, folks. I have a feeling you can't be wrong.
Is it just Grace or Grace?
Grace.
Did you do that like an asshole?
I might have. 67% Grace.
Which Grace is it? But I will say this coming off of this last match, and I know you're going to pause at some point because you managed to survive and actually finally watch a speed match for the first time. Thank you for joining us for those 3 minutes,
right?
KJ.
I mean, again, I'm glad it was quick. I mean,
it's a 3-minute match,
right? I'm glad it was quick. Here's the thing that I thought with that match. I thought the 3 minute, like the 2.5 minutes, because like it wasn't bad. It was a good match. It was quick, back and forth, couple spots. I love the fact that when Candice botched, she didn't hit her move clean. Laney rolled out of the way. And if you botch your move and then reset and do it again, the person should move out of the way. I thought that was a good catch. But yeah, I mean, if it's that small of the show, Nick, and the matches are kind of quick and entertaining, it's okay, I guess.
It's softening me up just because I've watched it enough at this point, and it's one of those of it's 3 minutes, so it's so goddamn insignificant. You could literally, if you really wanted to, make it a fucking Netflix commercial break exclusive. Only have the speed matches during the commercial break, and so if you gotta get the Vippin brought to you by Stephanie McMahon, so you can watch them and everything. But I can see Soul losing the match, and I know she's the women's tag champ and this and that, and she shouldn't do this and she shouldn't do that. No one gives a fuck about the speed title anymore.
No one ever did.
She's got bigger fish to fry, so just you can have that. That ain't what I'm mad at. Give it to somebody like Laney, and they can do something else with it. You don't need to saddle Soul with that.
Well, and again, when you have kind of younger talent, or you get that 3 minutes where you can kind of bottle the energy, and hopefully they give you a good 3 minutes or a good 2.5. Like, I mean, some men out there have made a career on 3 minutes strong.
Eric Bischoff.
On that note, I will be right back.
Fair enough. Well, you did that, and I'm going to mention, speaking of pauses, I'm surprised that WWE's during all of NXT tonight, they haven't really. Normally, I guess when we're watching a stream or whatever on Netflix and everything, they'll have still at least something going on during the background or whatever in between the commercials. They'll have the little timer and everything. Every commercial break we've had so far tonight has just been that kind of like, we'll be right back, showing NXT talent in multiple languages and everything. So interesting choice a little bit here of there's nothing you are missing that's happening in commercial break right now. I'll put it that way. Jordan Grace for the win. As literally I come back from commercial break because we got the overhead shot of, are they in Orlando again? Oh no. They're advertising tickets. What city are they showing? Oh, as we got Chase U backstage as Andre Chase. I don't know if that's makeup or what, but if that is, this man's got all the bruises on the face. If it takes more than 3 minutes, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it well. Hey, big prop, shout out, my guy. We really have a podcast network. Okay, well, we got a network too, my God. But yeah, shout out, big prop. What happened, Andre? I'm still trying to figure it out. And we got more NASCAR. What does he have, like his crew chief or something behind him? Like, who's this guy with got the helmet on? Oh, Dark State. As we've got Cedric and Zachary Wentz behind all of this. Of course, this man leaves. So hey, KJ, and anybody else that's out there, really bringing up Dark State. They're about to. Joe Hendry's coming out of. Why did they hit a random slow motion with that? Joe Hendry's under the NASCAR helmet. Say his name and he appears. Joe Hendry's just fucking Jake from Allstate at this point. Respectfully a little bit. But we really about to get like Dark State versus Chase U and a NASCAR driver, or Chase, even if it's Chase U and Joe Hendry. How the mighty have fallen with Joe Hendry, and can Dark State still ain't a thing. Wrestling proud, skinny, tiny Grace for the win. You mean Ariana Grace? Not I keep wanting to almost say Ariana Grande, but yes, Ariana Grace, baby Santina out here right now. Mrs. Stacks. Yes, Dark State. Oh, someone asked me to chat. Oh, fair enough, my guy. Halfway, respectfully, when I read it out of context, felt like a shot, being honest, of when I just read that out of context when the Wrestling for Life network and in a big prop network. So I was like, but I get you. Appreciate you, my guy. I appreciate also the follow back on it too, of not just you can have that. But folks, let us know who you got for this match. Whether you got Jordan Grace or Aaron Grace, and I swear to Christ, if you just say Grace, you're gonna meet your maker. You'll be saying Grace like a fucking family dinner. I respect the name. There we go. I believe in Joe Hendry. We know she's not winning. Who? Jordan Grace for the win. You could get to where Ariana wins because of Blake Monroe interferes out here. Big Mama Pump for the win. Ooh. Do we ever see a Big Mama Pump callback or anything like that in WWE, in NXT? Ronan say his name, and yeah. 2 count. Am I way off base with thinking that literally apropos here that Joe Hendry's had a fall from grace of now he's gone from top talent, top star, was out there at WrestleMania, was out there competing for the NXT and TNA world titles, was the guy talked about, to now he has literally joked about like with all these segments and everything, he's become more and more Jake from fucking State Farm. I feel like I almost want to, every time I see Joe Hendry on my screen, just go like a good neighbor, because it at this point is just leading to him more showing up and the pop because it's Joe Hendry, not because of anything he's doing. Like he's getting closer to that Santino level almost, I feel. And I hate that I'm saying that because he can go in the fucking ring. Guy's super talented. But at the same time, this is just treading water to tread water. Joe, like a good neighbor, Joe Hendry's there Facts. Is Ariana ceiling just Chelsea Green? A bit, right now at least. It's very in that same vein, I'll say. I would say that's kind of it for sure. As Jordan Grace, I should have just said Grace gets the win, but Jordan Grace pins Ariana Grace. But yeah, that's not a bad comparable. If we're looking at them like prospects, that's not a bad 1-to-1 comparable. 2-1, 3-0, 3-0, 2-1, 2-1. Meg, I ain't saying nothing like that. 2-1. Denisha, just because he's in NXT, he's getting a pop from the crowd. Yeah, but it's also, and they've had the whole reports recently that he's going to be more involved in this. So we're hyping up the Ariana Stacks relationship as Blake's music hits. She's got a track. We're going to get a street fight or something as Monroe's got her own customized pink kendo stick going toe to toe. We've got a lightsaber duel between a steel chair and a kendo stick. Oh, as Grace is going over, this is going to be she who goes over on the go home show goes under on the pay-per-view. Monroe's now whacking away, pause with the pink kendo stick. Oh, she's even smooches booches. If we heard that. And Stacks Lorenzo out here helping up the misses. So they're very much going to probably lead into that whole gimmick, I feel, because now that the family's all done and dusted. But we've got 15,000 officials out here pulling out as we've got Stevie Turner and Robert Stone. So yeah, we don't have Ava, so KJ can rest easy. But there's no Ava here. But this Saturday, what's the stip going to be? And No Mercy. A weapons match. Is that the newest version of a no DQ, a street fight, a no disqualification? No more sneak attacks. A weapons match inside of a steel cage. So Stevie Turner says it's a weapons match. Robert Stone says you can bring all the weapons you want because it's going to be inside of a steel cage, as Kelly Kincaid interviewing Laney Reed. And I don't honestly, if I didn't see the title placards underneath, you'd almost wonder who's who. But this is very much the mom's away, so the substitute teachers are going to just run roughshod here. And I like how they made sure that they stayed apart until they announced the stipulation, and then we can get back to fighting. Oh, is Fatal? Oh, are they going to try and get Laney into Fatal Influence? Oh, no. Oh, she's going to the ring by. Oh, that was just a good segue. I thought they were going to be incorporating, country chick with country chick there, but yeah. So we go to commercial break as JC James heading in the ring by herself, leaving Fatal Influence alone. She is serious. Who is serious? So a steel cage match with weapons stuck to the grills? Is that what it's going to be? Because it's a weapons match, but they said they could bring all their weapons that they want. But is it a hat on a hat to do a steel cage match and a weapons match together at the same time? Which I always don't exactly like the stipulation or the halfway the rules for a steel cage match because it at times feels like you're just trying to run away from your opponent versus you're trying to kick the shit out of them. But as we are in commercial break, so we've got a steel cage match and a weapons match combined between Blake Monroe and Jordan Grace. How are we feeling? Is it a hat on a hat? Is it, we expected it was going to have some sort of a stipulation. Is it, we're going to get the closest to this kind of, the super hardcore matches that we've done between Blake Monroe and Tony Storm and everything like that. Mariah May and Tony Storm. Sorry, I should have said the proper names. But is it going to be one of those that's the way that they can get the closest to that? Or is it just, we need to add something to this because, because are we going to get like blood and are we going to get someone busted open and gushing blood on both sides even in that match? It's redundant. Is 4 matches so far for No Mercy. Excuse me. So far. Yes, so far there are 4 matches announced for 5 now. I literally switched it from light mode to dark mode. So JC Jane versus Lola Vice for the NXT Women's Championship. Soruka versus Laney Reed for the Women's Speed Championship. Oba Femi or Trick Williams still remains to be decided versus Ricky Saints for the. Is it for both singles match? According to Wikipedia, whoever wins this match takes on Saints for both belts, which I don't know if that's accurate, but I know it's at least for the NXT Championship. Ethan Page versus Tavion Heights for the NXT North American Championship, and then Blake Monroe versus Jordan Grace in a steel cage weapons match. Player. Wrestling proud. But would we have liked it if AEW would have done it? I'm curious. I feel like we would hate it if they did it. I don't think anyone's saying they exactly like it here, though. I get what you're trying to say. But I feel like in both cases, it's redundant and it's a little. I literally said it's putting a hat on a hat. You're doing a gimmick on top of a gimmick of why are you going to combine the two just to do it? Do one and then the other. Like, there's nothing saying you can't involve weapons in a steel cage match. So why do we need to make it a weapon steel cage match? And honestly, I think most of the time when you do a steel cage match, it's because literally this rivalry cannot be contained. We need to keep away outside interferers and everything like that. So that's why you do a steel cage match. Having both women come down with weapons, and Monroe's got even her own custom, trash barrel and kendo stick and everything. I thought it was just going to be a street fight. And well, yes, and I will agree with you, Boston, of saying there are definitely certain people who do what you said, double standards galore, 100%. I will not deny that narrative doesn't exist, but I will say I don't think that narrative exists around here. Jawan, steel cage weapons match. It's like the Asylum match NXT had before. Yeah, again, redundancy upon redundancy as JC Jane's out here. Spaz with a $2 super chat. Fill ice trays with hot dog water for rude guests. More terrible tips from Spaz here. I guess you want to come back on terrible tips?
Yeah, hot dog water. It's what I just created.
Does that make you a chocolate starfish?
It doesn't.
You set me up too well. No one mentions hot dog water outside of Limp Bizkit's fucking album. So,
right. Well, I guess you are what cheat on that one. But anyway, KJ White and Big Nick. Thank you, Kevin. I heard you about the cage match. It's just unnecessary extra words. It's not really a hat on a hat. Like, it sounds like a hat on a hat because they said it in a redundant way. Like, it's a cage match. In a cage match, you're allowed to have weapons. So to say it's a weapons cage match is stupid. It's unnecessary.
Right. Again, redundancy. And I agree with Benny here of this whole AEW versus WWE is really getting tiring to the point where I don't want to watch either company. Well, no, this is why we built the house that, I can't even say the house that hardcore built, the house that, not tribalism built, to where we watch the shows and engrave the shows and view it as the wrestling show independent onto itself instead of literally whatever 3 letters are in front of it.
Yeah. I don't know if you're on X or not, or what social medias you're on, Bendy. But I highly recommend to people, don't try not to get sucked in. Almost look at the back and forth on places like X as comedic relief. Just kind of laugh at it all because it's silly. Like, and again, it's easy to get caught up in it. It gets tiring to hear every day. It's just like everybody trying so hard to point out how shit the other company is. It is what it is, man. Both companies are doing some good stuff, some not good stuff. But I think as wrestling fans in 2025, we're fucking spoiled.
Twitter is things I saw at Walmart's Reddit feed. I feel at that point at this of it's just the most extreme case of nonsense and just screaming into echo chambers and everything. And again, pulling a reference from an AEW wrestler to prove that we're not biased or anything like that from my favorite MJF of that is really like 5% of actual wrestling fans. Twitter is not real life, and I hate people that actually act like it is.
No, absolutely. And I mean, AEW, I judge AEW for what it is, and I try not to compare it to WWE. And I think we try. I mean, some days there are parallels when they're counter booking and they're going shows on the same day. You do get that. Like, I know some people, we put up the clip of, what was better. And, you get the hopeless romantic out there of like, what does it matter who was better? No, everybody's talking. It kind of matters. And people kind of have that stance on it. But at the end of the day, I mean, I just think there's good in all of it. You can't throw it all out.
Well, and Geekbox out there, again, echoing the sentiment we've said quite a bit of people enjoy crapping on wrestling more than actually watching it. They pretend they're fans. Well, and like Cooper Austin mentioned before you came back, and I won't deny that the conversation happens and everything to where as Lola's coming out. But
Lola,
if this was it, like there are going to be people that are praising the weapons steel cage match, but if AEW did it, would be crapping on it. And I feel like we're calling it down the middle. They're both bad. It's redundant either way.
I don't think it's a big difference, and I don't think that's a fair statement. Totally, in the sense of, again, it's just stupid wording. A cage match, you're allowed to do whatever you want. You can go get weapons if you want. So they didn't need to say it. And so it's stupid. It's 100% stupid.
It doesn't need a cage match, though, in my opinion, because a cage match is normally when you need somebody to have, you need to keep people outside of it and everything. It should have been just a regular street fight, a weapons match.
Put them in the cage. No, put them in the cage. You just didn't need the extra. Like, I want the cage match. And a cage match, you're allowed to use weapons. So it was their way that Stone and the other one. But if AEW, like, I mean, it's no different than like the Insane Asylum match, right? It's a cage with weapons kicking around it.
Right. Again, he's not saying that mindset was here, and I clarified that.
No, I know that.
I know that. It said it does exist, but yeah, I don't want the steel cage match personally. I'd rather they just have a street fight when she came out with her own customized, weapons
and a cage match. They can't be contained. She's chasing her around the arena. So go into
let them fight all over the arena.
No, put them in a cage.
Cage match is when you got to keep other people from getting involved in it.
Yeah, that's just a preference, though. Put them in a cage. I like it.
And you're asking my preference, so I'm giving you my preference.
I'm telling you mine. It's a cage.
Fair enough. And I'm agreeing to disagree. I disagree with you so much, I'm going to go post.
There's no reason, Reginald. I disagree. Look, he ran away. As the crowd's cheering for Lola. But yeah, I don't have any problem with them having a cage match. I do have a problem with them calling it a weapons cage match. That's just silly. But we'll see what they do with it. People enjoying, yeah, I know. More people hate it than love it. The number of people that just, again, you hate WWE, you despise it, but you watch every single minute of it. You pick it apart. You watch every interview. You pick it apart. And it goes both ways. There's WWE fans spend all their time. Just pick your lane and drive it. New Jack would be proud, I think Anthony said. NXT making New Jack proud with the steps. There you go. Yeah, I got no problem with the cage match. They just named it silly. Being a wrestling fan is 85% of the time being like, okay, that was boring. 10% of the time saying, oh, shit, that was cool. And 5% of the time saying, oh, my God, did you see that? That's pretty spot on, Jose. Nothing wrong with having them have a steel cage match. Exactly. I agree with that. They are meant for these exact types of feuds, but adding the weapons is just, yeah, exactly. Like, call it putting a hat on a hat, but it was just, to me, once you say there's a cage match, there's a possibility that, maybe Jordan, maybe Blake brings in a chair, brings in a kendo stick. I almost have that expectation. It kind of goes without saying. So I completely agree with you. I got no problem with the steel cage. It's just the added of like weapons. So we're going to hang them, or are we just going to fill the ring with them? I think sometimes the big difference is in the presentation, because I've grown as a big WWE fan, etc. The way AEW is recorded, etc., feels weird to me, especially when the cameraman is 2-inch from them. I mean, the production value is kind of a trip, right? And I mean, it's almost like when you go watch like an old movie and you're having trouble getting into it just because it's so grainy and so choppy, and you're like, oh, that's kind of, I get that. And I mean, when you watch them back to back, you see it. But Lola knocks out JC, and I don't like her chances. Now, Nick and I will be here Thursday for both No Mercy and Victory Road preview shows, 8 p.m. on Thursday night. We're going to break down both shows. Friday, we got Victory Road from TNA and SmackDown. And then, of course, Saturday, No Mercy. So much more coming your way, folks. Make sure you hit like, share, subscribe, be a part of all the shows. And don't forget the little reaction buttons down below in the bottom corner. Let's see those little hearts pop up. Let the algorithm know what you are up to, that you mean business, that you're enjoying your time here. But click those hearts, those little reaction buttons. And again, we're here all week long. We got more and more and more coming your way. As I'm getting the ad for Halloween Havoc, October 25th, we will be here live for that as well. Plus, Wing in the Ring's coming back with a Halloween twist. Next week, I'm looking forward to the Fall Count Anywhere match, no disqualification match, right? Exactly, right? Like, it's funny when you start doing like, you're just saying it because it sounds more in your head, at least on paper. When you wrote it down, you're like, this sounds really cool. We're going to do a weapons cage match. But again, like you said, a Falls Count Anywhere, no DQ match. Yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, I'm with you on that for sure, Boston. And I get the redundancy. And again, I think if you're right, AEW did something, and there are double standards that exist in the IWC for sure. And that's one of my big pet peeves. I try and call it out. I know at times I can slip up, and I know you guys, kind of hold me accountable if I have a moment of like, hey, wait a minute, wouldn't you be mad? And you got to double back and think about it. But ultimately, again, if you're holding everybody to the same vibe, that's what I said about ESPN. Okay, ESPN said, they give them a C. Hold that same energy all the time for both companies, and that's where we'll respect you. The Meltzers of the world, the Saps of the world, they're a lost cause. Lola stood tall. She's losing. Facts. Does not look good for Lola. I don't think anybody hates anything. We just hate the booking, aka we hate something. Nobody hates anything. Just hate everything. People tend to overlook the technical side of things. That's why when it comes to production, WWE is a different class. I mean, again, it's undeniable. It's a tricky one because you're like, but the smaller company. But then you realize, like, Tony the billionaire could have every bell and whistle he ever wanted. This is a guy that booked arenas for months just so he could say he was booking arenas, and he has the money to do it. Right? Like, that's the truth of the matter. So, yeah, I mean, he can hire experienced workers. He can kind of get better at the production miscues. There are improvements he can make on that side. I mean, it's not a bad looking show. I mean, when they were running the big buildings and they were really dark and they were covering up the fact that there weren't fans very deep into the building, I get it. Smaller buildings kind of have opened it up a bit better. Doesn't look bad. It looks small sometimes. Interesting venues for sure. But ultimately, they want to get back to those arenas. We will have a six matches at No Mercy by Saturday. Fair enough. I think somebody said they might add Dark State versus Chase U, and I hate it. I heard Nick when I was on my pause. I don't love it. Dark State's been messing around with Trick and Oba and top guys. Moose got involved. They got tag belts. I don't love Chase U as next up unless they dust them. Devon, I haven't watched yet, unfortunately, yet. There has been any TNA appearances from TNA stars yet. Also, how we doing, Wrestling Fam? P.S. Sap DM'd me. Apparently, he wants to fight me. Welcome to the club, folks. There, you're in good company. He's done the same to many people. The fact that a company is okay with a representative of a company behaving that way is insane to me. Again, if you don't think the way he thinks, I'm not biased towards AEW, but if you say something bad about what I said about AEW, I'll show up in your DMs and threaten you. It's a joke. It's a fucking joke. It's an embarrassment. We're going to fight over our wrestling opinion? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Grow the fuck up. Halloween wings. Let's go. The Department of Redundancy Department. Dale, I think it's time for Lola to win because she's kind of deserves it. Listen, I like Lola. I'm the biggest fan. I like the run JC's on, though, and I don't know if Lola's ready to I mean, she's doing well, but I'm getting a Briggs package right now if anybody wants to know. I did have the question, has there been any TNA presence? Almost every clip to the back in the parking lot, we have seen members of TNA wandering around. They were behind Oba, they were behind Trick, they were walking the hallways behind in the interviews. TNA is in the building. Members of TNA are in the building. The main event tonight is title versus title, Trick versus Oba. The writing is on the wall. What if it's a weapon and Nicolas Cage match? Well, I mean, Nicolas Cage gets to be the exception, Jose. Let's go. There's been plenty of TNA wrestlers appearing all over the place. Yes. Luke Cage, good show. We're getting all the cages. It's like putting John Moxley in a First Blood match. Jesus. Yeah, that almost goes without saying, right? There's the redundancy unto itself right away of Moxley is definitely like, again, you couldn't put him in a First Blood match because that paper mache forehead might ruin it for everybody, especially if he's supposed to go under. Lola wins. She'd be stale in 3 weeks. I kind of with you on that, Chair. I'm not sure. I kind of think JC might retain here. The Raptor killed the guy by tricking him. I don't know what the first part of that is, but that's a great scene. The reason he unblocked me is because wrestling purists said they're doing a collab with Labu. I said, oh, yeah, because Labu totally is an AEW shill. Sap responded with, what about me? Well, he is a fucking AEW shill. This guy wanted to scrap over Mystico because I thought it was terrible that MJF's fucking around with Mystico while he's supposed to be going after the world title. But, hey, that's enough to, get in there. And, again, you're representing a brand, a company, and that's how you behave. That's kind of your fucking internet tough guy bravado. Come on, bro. You don't scare nobody. You definitely don't scare us.
Speaking of somebody who doesn't scare anybody, but yeah, sounds like a typical Sean Ross Sapp interaction. And also at this point, MDF isn't involved with Mystico again either. So, yeah.
Well, MDF has the match coming up. I mean, technically last weekend he lost 2 matches. He lost the belt to Mystico, and then he lost to Mark Briscoe. He's having a great time.
That was my biggest issue with the whole thumbtack and tables match. Wasn't even the match itself, was the outcome.
Right?
Renegade.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
This got set up while you were on your pause.
Right.
Is this and it was fitting at the time because it was grace on grace action. Is this a fall from grace for Joe Hendry? Of now he's become kind of the Jake from State Farm of pro wrestling.
Yeah, but that's his gimmick. That was his gimmick prior. That's what got him.
But
over
he's
in the
involved
ring
in lesser and lesser things. This is a perfect soliloquy, perfect tie-in with the MJF thing of he was here at one point, and then he's involved with this, and then he's involved with this. Are these still side quests to people out there? This is just bullshit at this point to just keep him there.
Yeah, I think it's been a weird. I will admit it's been weird. As when the matches often started, folks.
He's out here with the Chase U and Dark State,
but they like Chase U. I don't know why they like Chase U. I hate them. And then again, it doesn't help my argument when you put your tag champs in there with Chase U, but they're trying to get Chase U over again.
But none of that, the only person who's over in this entire situation is Joe Hendry. So that's the thing, is it feels like he's getting weighed down by anchors.
Well, I don't think he's being weighed down at all. It's a weird thing. He hasn't left TNA. This is this weird. So it's almost like this is the appetizer for Joe because he's still working the other place. But they're gonna gradually have him just do his old gimmick, which that is his gimmick is. Remember, the infomercials. I think it's funny. I just don't. It's surprising. Just pull him over. Let's go. But it's just dabbling because he's still in both companies.
Yeah, but it's you dab this, you dab that, you dab this again. How many times do you dab before the shit's run dry?
But it's not. The fans still over. The excitement's still there. I'm laughing at the little skits. He popped out of a fridge a couple weeks ago. We laughed. That's Joe. I mean, until Joe, I guess, is completely done with the other side, this is kind of their way of just working him in.
Do you feel like he could be a world champion still right now?
I do. Yeah, absolutely.
So none of this bullshit booking has detracted anything of how you feel about Joe Hendry.
No, Joe's Joe. Joe's doing Joe. Yeah,
I disagree, but fair enough.
That's fine.
I can see the other side of the street. I'm just not over there.
Yeah, I just don't if someone's over and kind of big pop for Joe on the tag. Yeah, I hold on. I don't they didn't do anything, so we gotta pull plug. I think he's gonna be perfectly fine. I think this is just a matter of him not being a free agent officially and making the transition.
But if he's not a free agent, then why do you keep sampling and keep doing it too much? Are you just
because it's fun? It's over with the crowd.
But are you running it dry?
No, because the crowd just popped when he got tagged in.
Because
there is no dryness. It might be dry to you, but the crowd's
well, that's like I said. If I can see the other side of the street, I'm just not over there.
Yeah, no, the crowd's completely into Joe. So, and again, like I said, I like them popping out of things for now, and we'll see what happens in the next few months.
But he's out here with Chase U and Dark State, two groups who I don't care about either.
From the bottom. Yeah. This is
you were here, and then they cooked you, and then they put you down here.
Yeah, no, this is your tag champ. So again, this is a step up for Chase U.
They might be your tag champs. They're not my tag champs.
Well, they're the tag champs, and right now they've been dominating, and nobody's even really kind of pushed back. They're using Joe to kind of get Chase U over. And I mean, that was a nice move. I mean, fun start to the match.
What a maneuver as we go to commercial break.
Right. I still think Osiris from Dark State needs pants. Where are your pants? Don't you hate pants?
Well, I'm trust me. Never mind. I'm not going to say something. But we've gone from worrying about knee pads with MDB, which where's MDB at? I don't think I've seen him. We've gone from worried about knee pads to skimpy attire.
Right. But right now, Joe Hendry is in control of Dion Lennox as this match rolls on. So, 6th match, Josh Briggs taking on Evans at No Mercy.
I believe that might have been. It's on the Wikipedia, so it might have been announced when you or I were on a pause. Yeah.
They just did a Briggs package and then announced it.
Do you guys know the singer Adele? Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I just found out she's a huge wrestling fan, especially of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. She wants The Rock's Johnson.
There you go. There you go.
Well, Topanga, every 90s kid's crush wants to be put through a table. I saw that on the podcast.
I volunteer as tribute. Let's go.
We'll be the Dudley Boys to put you through that table. I mean, I got experience. Bill's Mafia out there.
Oh, right. Joe Hendry as the first NXT guy to win the Rumble. Also check my Twitter for interesting AEW news. I don't want to get the boys kicked off the air though.
He sent it to me, and I will explain it to you afterwards. And I even told him, don't bring it up because it's more news, and it just so happens to be the attire that the person was wearing when they were caught on the news is not exactly AEW news. And I was like, I don't know if we can talk about that.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. 3-3. Do you like Adele? Because I'll have you rolling in the D. What? Pick up lines on Valentine's Day?
I set fire.
I put Topanga through a table. Through more than oh Jesus. When this boy meets one.
Oh.
Yup. Now you see.
Oh. That's unfortunate marketing.
Yep.
That I don't want to make light of a serious situation, but my God, if you ever wanted to pull a jacket off somebody, fuck.
And he said jacket off somebody, not jacket off somebody. By the way, just to clarify for the AI interpreter that does the transcript here, we need to clarify.
Under the topic of the article, yeah.
Again, this is the closest we can get to talking about it. And again, this has been the most, what is it? The past 2 streams or so, we've had to literally send people, go look at Twitter and then come back.
Right? Go see this because shit keeps happening. I mean, that's unfortunate. That's all that is. That's terrible.
Again, that is poor and unfortunate circumstances. I got Sugar going against Christ almighty. I wish I knew this man's name from Chase U because I only know Brogdon Friendly.
It's what's his face?
Good old what's his name? This may hurt the IWC, mostly the AW side, if this happened, but I wonder if NXT went back to Wednesdays, if they would beat AW in the ratings head-to-head. Well, you've got to incorporate that 1.5 million and million HBO Max viewership that may or may not be there.
Well, it's something we talked about. It's more and more streamers seem to be covering Evolve. Mm-hmm. You know, we're one of the dying breeds. Even though people think we hate the company, we're one of the ones holding on, still covering it live.
Well, we're also one of the ones that doesn't only cover AEW, that still covers AEW. I'll put it that way.
Yes, fair. Oh, nice move. Holy shit. Kale Dixon gets his head torn off.
Oh, you finally figured out that is the most NASCAR name. And Mike Santana strutting and grandstanding, walking backstage here.
He's got a big smile on his face.
Joe Hendry's the mole. That's the way you make Joe Hendry work. If Joe Hendry's the mole that let everybody in, you just had to say his name and he let you in.
Joe, say his name and he appears and lets you in.
He's opening doors. He's opening fridge doors, garage doors, all that.
Mike Santana. So things are heating up as we got about just over a half an hour left. So this is getting down to the nitty gritty. Nice. Dude, I know you don't like Dark State, but as far as wrestling and what they're doing in the ring, each guy, like Osiris just drilled that slam, right? Dion Lennox popped Kale Dixon's head off.
I will admit, in ring, they work between the ropes. The character and the gimmick, I don't care for. That's fair.
I'm good with that.
I like Sugar. I think Sugar's your best promo. Dion Lennox was good as an in-ring performer even before when he was just out there in the what was it? It wasn't the Continental Classic or whatever that they did before when he was out there with the glasses. When we had our boy Roundtree that was out there. He's good. Osiris for another former
big tag to Joe
player from Syracuse. What's his name? The guy that keeps trying to make it insinuating promos and everything. I can't remember his name. He's only the one. Cutter? He's probably the weakest out of the 3 in ring to me.
Cutter?
Yeah.
Yeah, the LFG guy, I mean, he spends a little time on the outside, I think. But Dion's an absolute athlete. Joe's on fire right now.
Fall away
Like
slam.
you said,
Hip up.
Sugar's good in the ring and on the mic. And I think Osiris is a guy 5 years from now. We're talking about him in a really cool spot as far as he's got a lot of upside.
Should you have traded or should you have paired Osiris Jones and Osiris and Odyssey Jones?
Right, I'll put them all together.
This giant O's, the Team O, the big
Team
O.
O's. Team O face. Let's go.
My hate towards Darkseid is hilarious, and it's personal. I don't know.
Right?
It's definitely there. They're up there to me with Wendy Chu a little bit.
Right, they kind of are.
Wendy Chu to me, I don't like her in ring.
Right, Boston doesn't like him either. But I mean, if they're having good matches and doing good shit and been actually successful, like I mean, they became tag champs. Well,
the gimmick is trash. You have to admit the gimmick is trash.
I like it because it's not stupid. It's not silly. Like they're not running around with chainsaws like Retribution. They came in, they fucked people up.
If they had a pickup truck, would it be better?
No, like that's why they're not over the top. They were just 4 guys that were overlooked and not respected, who went on and won the tag titles because they're demanding to be respected. I think it works. And they haven't done like the Retribution go over the top, other than their spotlight entrance. Oh, I thought that was fucking Peter Avalon, to be honest.
Oh, Brogdon Finley.
Got her. This is a great match. I hate that Chase U's making me enjoy a match, but this has been a great match.
I hate that Darkseid's making me enjoy a match. Have I said something terrible about Eddie Kingston last night, and now I'm saying something positive about Darkseid? What has the world become out here? As we're getting the toss powerbomb in ring between the ropes, I will give you Darkseid Kingo.
Tell me that toss powerbomb ain't fun. Come on now.
That one's not bad. It's when they do the bullshit on the outside of the ring and it's just the shield thing.
No, yeah, that's fair enough. I give you that.
Yeah, nope. Yeah, no, you're fine.
Yeah. You're good on that one. Look, this is good shit.
In ring, they can go.
What?
You're starting to sell me on them. Shut up and just let me. Don't force it on me. Just let me welcome it onto itself and everything. If you force it on me, I'm going to run away again and get scared.
Woo. Ricky Stakes returns home, by the way. I like this. We're going to get real personal with Ricky.
Does he sound like Channing Tatum's Gambit out there? Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself.
Yeah, right? 100%. Even with that Bayou connection.
Right?
What the fuck was that pin? Oh, come on. It was the Rhea pin.
Rhea Ripley. All Navi. I just blew myself. Blue Man Group, Eiffel 65 can still do shit like that.
Oh, look, Richard. I mean, again, I get the comparison. I do. I see it.
I've kind of been that way. That's a perfect way to put it. For the longest time, they've been kind of reheated McDonald's fries to me.
Yeah, I get the Shield comparable and how they're being presented right now. It does feel shieldy. I feel like they were risking going like Retribution-ish, and they kind of leaned and went more Shield and didn't go as silly and as not believable as Retribution. But they do have a Shield vibe.
Retribution only silly because of 2020, because of the May 19th.
Maybe.
If Retribution wasn't in the Thunderdome, would it have been Darkseid?
Maybe. I mean, that's a valid point. Like it was. I mean, it was not good times.
Granted, Slapjack and Reckoning and everything weren't good names, and they fucked it up with a Mustafa Ali thing. The whole hacker gimmick of they just messed Mustafa Ali up way too many times. But I digress. Yes, you're starting to get me to get behind them. Don't force them on me, or I'll go back to hating them.
All I think is the big thing that got me with them is, I get the Shield, the Retribution conversation, but I think all 4 of them are really talented. Like I really like that's what I'm kind of. It's like Lyra. Like I'm kind of giving her the benefit of the doubt because at least she wrestles good. She wrestles.
But she wrestled good sometimes. But how many times do you get that kind of gimme pass and everything of we're trying to make the benefit of the doubt for you versus you have to get called to task?
Yeah, you don't want to become Apollo Crews.
Oh no! Oh, what in the Wuhan nation did you just pull over there?
No,
but no, Lyra's getting on that point to me to where she's a little bit of she might need to get called to task more. Like,
well, like I mean, Lyra. Okay, you don't want to become Ash by Elegance. Like you don't want to be Dana Brooke. Like where just you can't connect. Ash, congratulations, done phenomenal in TNA. But when she was Dana Brooke, every time they threw her out there, she, wasn't bad in the ring, but it was just did not connect.
I will say Lyra's better in the ring, but I think Lyra's worse, or at least on par backstage in the facials and everything. On an entire side note, and not to fully plug another channel and everything, but Simon Miller, who's also on the PWI 500, does this whole segment where he's out there producing, wrestling promos and segments, and he's just being snippy, popping in. Watch his one with Lyra and Bailey with their backstage segment, and because he keeps going and referencing Lyra's facials and all of this, it's like, now look like you're a scared puppy who just saw a puppet. Like she makes the weirdest fucking facials I have ever seen a human being do. Like she just always looks terrified of. She never properly sells emotion.
Fair enough, and maybe that's part of her growing. We'll see what happens, but I agree. Like, and I feel like things working with Becky and Bailey has helped her a lot, and I do think she's getting better. But yeah, for the longest time she was just stoic. So we'll see. I mean, again, she's young, but she's having a phenomenal time in ring. Like she's doing great things.
Right? Yes, my hatred is strong. I am the Sith Lord out here. Strike me down, and I will only become stronger.
Right? Strong in his ways. That's how we are around here. Stubborn as fuck. That's why we butt heads.
But we also admit when we're partial on things. We don't sit there and hide behind lies and journalistic integrity.
Or show up in your DMs.
Yeah. Trust me, if we show up in your DMs, that's a problem.
If we showed up in your DMs, one of two things happen. One, we want to know if you'll subscribe. Two, we're in your neighborhood and we're out of fucking vitamins.
Probably more than the second one than the first one, but yes, too.
But we are going to New Orleans as we got Ricky Starks is going home. I like this a lot. I felt like I would, just making Ricky feel like a person. We know the gimmick. Let's see if we can sell him as a star.
Yeah, I know Ricky Starks. I know Ricky Saints. I don't know who Ricky is. And this is more selling us Ricky. How away you make it.
Yeah, and we saw them do this a little bit. Well, we saw them do this with Lola as well, right? Like, and I think
didn't they do this with Jada too?
Yeah, they did it recently with Jada.
It almost looks like they were from the same hood.
Right.
MDB, I see you.
Serial man, Jose.
Yes. Is he Mr. Irrelevant? Is Serial Man? And the Brock Purdy of the PWI is Mr. Serial.
Yeah, it's become this badge of honor. And I even think they play into it now. I think, was it a couple years ago? It was like the pizza guy, Luigi, was the fucking, like, it's almost become like, we'll go find the gimmickiest guy and we'll put him in the 500 spot. It's almost like this flex. It's funny.
Mr. Irrelevant of the NFL draft. Of the last guy that's picked in the NFL draft gets a whole jersey selected, like set up as Mr. Mr. Irrelevant.
I love our high IQ fan base. We're funny and we're smart. I like it a lot around here. Cereal or cereal? That's a great question.
I'm super serial about Mr. Serial.
Is he a serial killer or is he got a box on his head? And it is actually the latter.
Well, and there's a fun fact of there's been serial killers who have tied in cereal to their serial killing and everything.
the Frosted Flake Killer. He's great.
No, BTK actually sat there and dropped cereal boxes
cereal.
and thought he was fucking clever, like a fucking BTK would have been an AEW sicko. Just calling it out right now.
You heard it here first.
But I like Santiago Hicks out here. I hope I said that right. I've always only heard you guys talked about both companies equally, good or bad. I can't tell if either one of you has ever picked the side.
I think we pick
sides, just not on companies.
It's whatever way the wind blows, man. I mean, if AEW is doing something cool, and you can go back through the archive, and you were here for it, like when we were doing the power rankings, and every week it was like Dynamite wins again. It almost got boring of like kind of why we stopped doing it of like Dynamite wins again. But I think if it goes the other way, I mean, I kind of like what I like. I just want to be entertained. I just want to enjoy it. I don't care who entertains me. Somebody do it.
Yes, on national KJ goes both ways. On National Buy Day, we go buy company and everything. Anyway, the wind blows. Mama. Ooh.
I like that.
Devin at MDB and Adam Sandler quote from Big Daddy.
Did we miss a Big Daddy quote?
Too much cereal, not enough milk. Kangaroo show.
Just put some paper down. We're good.
Hip hop anonymous. Why you give him all the easy ones?
Right.
The goddamn Jets.
As we are getting the rundown for the No Mercy card, folks, we will be here live 6:30 p.m. on Saturday, and we will have all your coverage for No Mercy. Maybe we'll peek at Collision and let you all know what's not happening over there.
Well, that would be a third show. Or no,
it
would be a dual
Saturday.
Show. Yeah, well, I forget Fridays, the dual show. Would you have done? Is that a reason too why you don't do Victory Road toe to toe with No Mercy? Because now you're stepping on your own dick, Tony Khan.
A little bit. I think you coordinate and you kind of be smart about it, especially if you're the small fish in the conversation. That kind of stands as we'll see how this match goes. But yeah, no, I think that's an idea, and I still keep saying it. These Friday night pay-per-views, special shows from TNA should be Thursday special shows. Sell it as don't miss this Thursday. We are live for Victory Road, Impact. And I think that's the way they should be doing it. You're just getting swallowed on a Friday. Pause.
Fair enough. And I've said that though with AEW doing some of their like a September to Remember should have been like a Saturday Collision special that instead of an hour, they get a 3-hour slot if they can do it.
Okay. Weaponized steel cage match. That's deep.
So they just do this thing to where they have weapons zip tied to the side of the cage and everything.
It's ode to Moxley, buddy.
Well, that's a terrible scent. That's something you get from the dollar store's trash barrel and everything is ode to Moxley.
You think Moxley's sitting around? That's gross.
You said it. It smells gross. Coming soon to the 8. Remember when WCW did a cologne and everything? The Nitro cologne. That would be ode to Moxley, ode to Ospreay, ode to Bucks.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, wait.
It'll smell like hot dog flavored water and
some shit's going down in the back, Nick. But yeah, I don't yeah, that doesn't sound like a good time at all.
You follow this up with the young OG is so we cut to all the chaos.
We need help.
Who?
Where is it?
Jasmine Ninks got taken out. Did you? There's a cooler of ice beside her. Like, did she just like crack fall?
White girl wasted again at work.
She got hit with a cooler.
Where's the button?
I don't know what button. I got Trick Williams coming out right now. So we folks are in the main event of the evening. Let us know who you're taking. Whether you got Trick Williams, whether you got Oba Femi or NA. Yeah, do you put the NA and the
Yeah,
TNA?
we'll just put nobody. We haven't used nobody in a while. So does nobody win this match?
Fallon us out. No, it was Jasmine Ninks. It was the Ninks.
Of all people, though, that like we've seen TNA all night long wandering around. Poor Jasmine's the one that gets taken out.
Is she the Archduke Ferdinand of this whole situation?
Oh,
Anyone that's a
look,
history nerd got that joke. And Moose,
look, start
holding up the
everywhere.
ticket of the popcorn bucket. If I bought a seat, I want to be here. Macklin's
They have
there.
arrived. Elegance. Let's go, Anthony. Winner take all. I think this is going to be a beatdown of epic proportion.
Now, is it that, or to be the contrarian, is it one of those that you see TNA's world title get fully swallowed whole by Femi and
That's where
Thanos Galactus takes over?
Yeah, I just don't think so because of what, like, I mean, card subject to change. I get it. But I don't see them. You know, I think Victory Road's going to go ahead as scheduled. I think No Mercy is going to go ahead as scheduled. With the presence of TNA here, I think TNA is going to run amok, and it's much easier to beat Trick for that belt than it is Oba. Let's be real.
If you had to pick a winner out of the two, who would it be? Like, if you have to pick one of them wins.
Oba's unstoppable.
Thank you.
He's a force. Fucking force.
Force of nature. That's like I said. I think he's the Thanos. He's the Galactus in the situation. Yeah. So that's why I almost wonder if does it like do we get Oba wins and then a Trick Williams King Kong ain't got shit on me as they all circle the ring after he's talked down and disparaged TNA so much, and he gets that training day treatment.
Yeah, right. Highly possible. They're sick of his shit. He's been holding their belt hostage. You know, and maybe that is the case where, again, maybe it's a case of we're going to see a moment where Trick and Oba are back to back. As much as we hate each other, we got issues. You know, I need some backup right now. We in trouble. So, I mean, that's the possibility as well. I think that'd be kind of fun and exciting. I got the TNA roster for this match. Facts.
There you go. I have a question. Speaking of irresistible forces and somebody that I'd like to see face off with Oba at one point. What's next now for Brock Lesnar? Because we talked about the AJ Styles John Cena thing, and I thought that was going to be the match at Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
It seems like that was just a one-off.
That wasn't
and that solidifies, I think, a little bit of that people being upset of if you aren't going to follow up with it with that squash. Is that just you sacrificed a date on John's tour to prop Brock up?
It's really confusing, Nick. And as of right now, I can't really commit to like how I feel about it in the sense of I'm at a loss because I didn't really expect John to lose this match, and him losing implies rematch. Now, this is where we talked about, doing so many shows. Are you saving John Brock for Survivor Series return then? And if so, I mean, again, it's interesting because now you just kind of threw this AJ thing in, and I'm happy, but we'll see how it goes.
I kind of think, and I know I mentioned it, and I don't think it's great that they used a date on John's tour to prop Brock back up and kind of make him seem
but he doesn't need
force
either.
Yeah, but he also had been away, and how do you reintroduce Brock? And that's a hell of a way to really establish him at the tippy top and everything. He's got Paul Heyman that introduces him. You got all of that, and I don't like that they aren't running it back. But if I was going to continue on with this, where I go next with Brock is Dun, 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 dun.
I mean,
You
there's
get
not,
Brock Gunther. That's
yeah,
the end game with that.
there's not many guys I think kind of gives you that I'll stand up to him vibe, and he might be one of them. So I don't mind that shout at all, as we are getting, speaking of alphas of our species, Oba, Femi.
Well, and that's, I want to see Brock stick around because I, in my big beefy boy fandom, I want to see like an Oba versus a Brock. I want to see a Jacob Fatu versus a Brock.
Yeah.
I still, in my heart of hearts, want to see a Roman Reigns Brock match again.
Yeah. I mean, it's very curious. And again, in my head, if you beat John, there has to be a get back. But like you said, I just don't think Brock needs the prop. And again, does it tie into Paul Heyman somehow? Like, we've seen the tease of Paul and Brock reuniting. How does that impact Seth? Does Brock go after Seth? I don't know. It's kind of hard when people want to boo him.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But Stan Jahogic, I read it easier the first time than the second time. WrestlePalooza was the first time I had watched ESPN in about 10 years. I get all my sports news from Bleach Report. So if anything, the WWE brought me back to ESPN. Hey, that's not a bad shout. I mean, da-da-da.
One fall. Let's go. Who you taking, folks? Right now, 64% of the chat are taking nobody, Nick. Or TNA.
As they should. This is the one time in, I think, the history of our channel that nobody should be the favorite.
Right. I think this is like the biggest nobody vote ever.
Right. If only American elections could be like that. But anyways.
Any chance we get CJ? Yeah, so it's been announced. Cena will fight AJ at Crown Jewel, and we will be here at 7 a.m. in the morning to cover it.
Yeah, and John Cena very much pointed out of, I don't choose my opponents now, whether that's true or not, maybe one thing or another, but now that he said it, a lot of people took it and ran with it.
So it's funny because, like, you see all the defenders with this whole creative control. John's like, I don't get everybody. Like, relax. I mean, again, mixed reports. People reported that he does.
Well, one guy you would expect that would have creative control of John fucking Cena in the last 5 days of his career, you would expect that fucker at anybody has creative control. And you have people celebrating that he doesn't. Meanwhile, somebody that very clearly does, or at least has creative influence. Oh my God! Well, how dare you even think that she has that?
Right.
Look at all she's done.
Yeah. As we are off and running, so we are at least getting the beginning of this match. And Oba
much like most streams, we know when we start. We don't know how we'll end.
Right. I'm expecting the Knockouts title match to not happen on Friday. Is it? Was there an injury to Ash? Oh no! The Knockouts title. Yes.
Jasmine, because Jasmine got taken out because Jasmine was taking. Isn't it Jasmine taking on, or is it Fatal Influence taking on the Elegances? I might be wrong. I might be pulling that out of my ass. I can look up the Victory Road card real quick.
Good start. No,
you're good.
Yes, Mash is under investigation. Thank you. So this did come out today. I honestly, I don't know how deep this goes. I didn't have a chance to verify any of the sources. Until Nick and I know more, we got to be cautious of what we say. Nobody likes violent situations. I hope shit works out. We're a fan of Masha, but some shit came out today where she might be having to deal with that.
Yeah, allegedly her partner or former partner Akira came out and accused her, as I got Zachary once in the crowd, of domestic violence. I, like you, more or less just saw pretty much a tweet or a post about it. Yeah. Saw nothing really didn't get a chance to follow up or try and verify anything. So I don't want to say one way or the other, but Not a good look if true, and sucks if it's true. But yeah,
Right, Phil,
I don't
I
know
like it.
heads from tails on that.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, we will learn more, and you guys will be here because we're here every night. But as we know more and we have more viable kind of, I didn't even know. I saw the tweets, but I never saw the fact that she's under any investigation. That's breaking news from the chat, for me anyway, because I knew somebody had like Akira put things out, but I thought it was just like public. I didn't know it was a thing. Mike Santana jumps the rail.
Hey,
Oh, Mike ain't even waiting. We're going. Tricks talking shit.
well, and a guy who's been there again.
Orale.
Hey, but no, if he's going to be out here on commentaries, we got 10 minutes and everything. I kind of like this.
Okay, it's like fucking with us. And that's
yeah,
right,
well,
like,
it's mind games.
I'm right here.
Oh, did we get the Iconics in the crowd? We got EY literally right there.
EY back in NXT, bro. It's got a feel to it.
Yeah, you can tell that the Vince stink has left.
Right.
That's why EY is there.
Well, yeah. Listen, we promise. No Vince. All right, fine. I'll see you there.
Brock joins the Vision like Punk did last year. Cena joins the Avengers. Babyfaces for Survivor Series. So we get Team Thanos versus Team Avengers.
So you could do that Survivor Series, and then do you have one more Brock Cena one-on-one, and Cena goes over on Brock one last time?
Well, that begs the question of, is
clothesline
Cena styles a detour or is it a divert from Brock Cena? Like, are we going to still pull this back into a story, or do we go entirely something else? The biggest question on everybody's mind right now is, who is John Cena's last opponent? And we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. We've got, I think, 5 dates is the number I've seen thrown around.
Yes,
5 dates left.
Oh, Frankie. We saw him earlier.
We have literally people in the crowd mimicking the fucking headlock.
TNA NXT split chant going on right now.
In there as
Oh.
Well, even then, if this isn't an invasion, this does work and sells you on the aspect of, this is title for title. This is literally your champion versus my champion. So this is the heavyweight title fight that everybody should want to be at.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, it's almost like the commentators should fucking bring that up or something like that. That's the thing, is I get mad now watching commentators when I can point out things that they should bring up that they don't. Like, I rewatched All Out and I got so mad during that Fletcher Hangman match because they should have brought up every time he kicked out, it was straining his shoulder and his neck. You want to sell he's got a neck injury every time he's got to do this?
Right.
He's selling his move. He's got to move his shoulder, right?
That's why we're the alternative, folks. Moose just looks ready.
It's just waiting to get a contract offer.
Like Michael.
Moose is maybe now I can move over here officially.
Right.
I like, though, too, that they didn't have any actual real seats for these people. They just have to stand in the stairwell. The fire marshal's just pissed about all of this right now. My dude Santana all gets pushed the way TNA, WWE, NXT, anywhere he wants.
Mike's taken the world by storm, and he said he was going to, and he bet on himself, and he took a risk, and it's done nothing but pay off. He's put in the work, he's put in the time, better shape than what he was a few years ago. It's been outstanding to watch his run. Oh.
Matt Cardona is in the NXT Impact Zone.
Cardona finally made it back, bro.
I was literally thinking the exact same thing.
Come on.
Where's Kevin Nash? Or where's Kevin Owens with that goddamn quote? Oh.
I feel like Cardona just finished the story. Dreams
I
do
can
come
be
true.
your hero, baby. And see, this is the thing. Respectfully, this big ass choke slam from Oben Trick. No one is paying attention at all to this match because we're all waiting for some shit to pop off.
Well, it's just more and more people keep popping up. It's like all of them.
But again, is this to where you get this is Matt Cardona has as close to back to WWE as he's probably may get.
Cedric Alexander back in NXT. As this match still going, and it's not a bad match either.
No, at all.
Nice move. A drop down dominator. I like it.
Now, does Mike Santana hop the fence join WWE after they just released Andrade, who's out there now going to be at House of Glory for anyone that thought that it might have been a work if he got released?
Yeah.
He made quick time of getting independent dates.
Right. Oh.
Tornado
I'm looking forward to Andrade working the indies and where he doesn't really have to rely on cutting big promos or anything. Just show up and wrestle, and he can do that well. Big kick.
3 tornado kicks all in a row from Trick.
I'm so happy about Zack Ryder. Not that I'm like the biggest Zack Ryder fan. It's just we've watched this guy in the indies like maybe one day and tease all
but
the
still,
rubble.
you and I both had the same reaction because we both kind of instantly thought of that whole Kevin Owens quote on the whole on the Cody Rhodes podcast where he's out there. So which is it? Are you the king of the Indies, but you keep wanting to get signed back? Do you love it here? Do you not?
Nice. Trick flips out of the chokeslam, but that good match. I'm having fun. Let's go.
Hook that man.
See, wrestling doesn't suck all the time.
Sometimes it blows. What?
Whoa.
Sorry, I had to. They'll lay you down by the fire.
Do.
Chef from South Park is all I can think of with that.
Trick shot. Those.
As we got 4 minutes on the clock unless they get an overrun.
Eric Young.
I still wonder, do we actually get a decisive finish here and then the fucking shit pops off? Or which happens first?
I don't know.
Finish or it pops off? Or
I'll be honest.
Pops off before we get
I didn't think they were going to let him have this much of a match. Truthfully.
Not at all. Fall from grace.
Oh my God! No
1,
way.
2. Oh. Anyone else just trying to do the shit on their chest to revitalize their heartbeat after that? I'm thinking that Oba just won it.
It's funny because we were talking earlier about people kicking out of finishers. That's vicious.
CW don't do overruns.
They'll cut this shit off. Well, hopefully Netflix hangs on.
Social media. Mance Warner.
Hey,
you're excited for Zach for Matt Cardona. I'm excited for Mance Warner.
I'm with you.
Is out there on NXT.
Yeah, man. It is so cool to see Mance Warner in NXT. It's just a kind of a weird thing where we watch this guy in churches and now we're seeing him on the big, on a bigger platform.
A guy we have sung the praises of, even in our own award shows and everything for now 3 years plus and everything, to see literally watching him from GCW to where we're the only people out there that know of GCW to TNA, to now he's out there on NXT.
You were with us watching fucking GCW shows with fucking 8 people in the chat because nobody had a clue what it was.
Yeah, that was me and 7 accounts.
Both men over the top. So is this a case where they bump into Mike and then that starts the brawl? Like it's like hockey, like old school hockey. They're all waiting on the boards for the go get them.
Oh, this very much feels like the good old hockey. This is what was it when it was like when Sean Avery was still on like the Rangers and everything like that. Well, it's one of those to where they were just waiting for the puck to drop before they started throwing hands. It's that level.
Trick back over to Mike, so maybe here it is.
There's a disqualification. Santana and everybody's over the bench. Everybody, we got the brawl as the locker room's clear. The Arena clears. Invasion! We literally right before it was saying, like we knew the fucking gimmick.
Sean Spears.
But literally said it right before him.
Why are you saying so much right now?
I don't know.
There's chaos. TNA is here.
And Saint's just walking through like it's nothing.
Because he wants something else.
But that's such a good shot of you literally have just chaos around it. Oma pops up and grabs it from him. No, I was trying to point out of the benches have cleared.
Oh, give me that. The benches have cleared. We got everybody. And they still focus on the title match. The invasion.
That's such a good visual of you have Oba and Saints, and then all around them is just chaos.
Yeah, I liked it. I like that a lot. Big smiles. A great moment. Like, it's fun. It's only the beginning. And it was like that. It was like the dugout. Like, if he throws inside on this pitch, we're going. And that's what it was. The minute he got the clap, benches cleared.
That's all I was trying to say. We literally called the shot before the shot happened. I was trying to point out the Archduke Ferdinand. I was trying to point out the shot to where World War III kicked off in pro wrestling.
Breaking it down. No, it was perfect. A whole lot of excitement. Shit going off everywhere. Hank and Tank, Sean Spears, everybody. Look, Anthony. Let's go.
I love it. I wanted Anthony to... I want to see just the face cam on Anthony.
Yeah,
right now.
I want to see the happiness in this man right now.
He even said, I am not okay. TNA, NXT, War Games. You got Regal. We already know he knows how to still say War Games. You sit there and run that shit back.
You might not be wrong with that. I mean, again, give them War Games. Everybody gets a War Games. I don't give a shit. But
no,
yeah,
honestly, at this point, that's the War Games I would do. Survivor Series, do you go old school Survivor Series? You don't have War Games on Survivor Series.
Do Lethal Lockdown for NXT TNA.
Lethal Lockdown meets War Games. Best two out of
them all in the Lethal Lockdown. Let's go.
You put the cage inside the two cages.
Yeah.
And you figure out who has the best cage. You got to climb out of one cage before you can win in the other cage.
Right. Boston's saying the same thing. Book it. Let's go. But ladies and gentlemen, the show has gone off the air. We take a rating out of 10 on every single show. And I see a bunch of people with us right now. Again, crazy end to NXT tonight. TNA invades. They were present all night long, kind of walking the halls. They made their presence felt during the main event. And then when things popped off between Trick and Santana, it was all bets were off at that point, Nick. We jumped the guardrail, and TNA and NXT in the ring having it out.
Where are you at with the finish? To me, very much solidified and really put it like was the long jump and moves it way across the line on that with all of that. Because Christ, I just now need an edit of generals gathered in their man's hand.
Right.
We're already setting up this War Games. And again, I love the whole aspect of they were slow playing it in that little dabble do. You felt the whole show and you're building the tension and you build the tension. And then you just have that one shot across the bow. That's enough to fucking light everything up and benches clear.
Yeah. I thought it was perfectly done. I thought it like, from the opening shot tonight, you knew TNA was around. They were lurking in the background. You know, a couple references later in the show of like Hank and Tank were onto something, and they were trying to track them down. And again, it made that title match feel way more important than we thought it was going to feel. And it was a good match. In addition to that, I thought the rest of the show was good. I thought we had some good matches, some fun stuff going on. But that ending punts this well over the marker.
Yeah, well, and even the match itself, that main event, I thought it was going to be clearly it was no contest, not going to go this long.
Yeah,
and it gave them plenty of time, and it looked really good, and it went really well. To the point where I thought we could have gotten an actual winner, and then the bench is clear. So yeah, I'm 9 is 9 too high. I'm saying that because maybe my heart softened on Dark State a little bit tonight. We had Laney Reed. We had a good match to kick off the show with Lexus and Miles Bourne. Like there wasn't really that much that was super lacking tonight. I don't want to not get points just because it's NXT and say it can't be higher than that. But this was a really good show. Like this was almost as good, if not better, than Homecoming, and it didn't need all the pomp and circumstance extra attached to it.
Yeah, I actually think because there's an investment into this and there's a story that's been built up over months, they didn't just do it quick, like a couple weeks of, Trick has our belt. This has been months. And finally, the cap popped off on this one. I thought they built it well. I mean, initially I was kind of in an 8. Do I go a little bit bonus because of how they finished it off? So
I can be talked out. I can be talked off the ledge. Home to now. Yeah. 8.5. I can go at 8.5. Like I said, I was worrying 9 was too high.
Yeah, I mean, it's
like
not.
Jose said, Nick's heart stake grew 3 times that day.
Right.
But I can go at 8.5.
The good news about this show, Nick, is we were legitimately smiling. And in a world where maybe we haven't had some shit hit the mark as the way it should.
Yeah,
this was fun tonight, and this was right on point. They built to it. We knew it was coming, and it made it an awesome sell by the end of it.
There, I guess with Anthony, we can confirm it as a channel. Lock it in. No whammies. 8.5 out of 10.
That's funny as shit. Mega's going 8. I'm not okay. It's too funny. Quake 8.5. So a lot of people like this, man. A 7.5, which I'm happy because we've had a lot of like 6 and 7s lately, a lot of B's and C's. 8.8 from Philip.
Yeah.
8.8, 9, 8. I think that's fair. I mean, I could understand. 10, I mean, it's hard to give away a 10.
Yeah, and sometimes that's more of just your emotions getting the best of you. Like I said, if I thought a 9 might have been too high, I can walk that back. And again, an 8.5 feels kind of spot on. And if you're picking a wrestling show to watch this week, I really would find a hard one to beat that right now.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the rest of the show didn't suck. And I even think there's little nuances of, why was Jasmine the only one jumped? Was Jasmine really jumped by someone from TNA? Was Jasmine potentially jumped by her friends? Yeah, right?
And that's the thing is there's enough to me with this that was good that I could still even want to go back and rewatch and try and catch things I might have missed just doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I thought it was well done, built to an anticipation. And you and I were both just waiting for that smack, that moment. It was
that's the thing is, and I know you're probably used to this even more of being the hockey fan, of you're waiting for that moment of like somebody just check somebody a little high or somebody put somebody on the boards and then shit's gonna pop off. Yeah. And that's what that was really waiting for. I was surprised, and you pointed out of waiting for that moment of it. They just crossed the line a little bit too much, and then shit goes off. That high pitching side.
Yeah, to me, it really had that vibe, that like anticipation, and we see it like in sports. Like baseball's a good one with, you get a couple guys clunked in the early innings, and you're waiting for the get back, and you can feel the tension in the building, and I think they did a good job with that tonight, and the fans seem to think the same as well in a lot of what I can see.
Right. 8.8 from Damien. Gato Otaku Films. Otaku, yeah. I'm scared they maybe release Jasmine. No.
I hope not. She seems to have a lot of upside.
Then again, they released Jakara Jackson out of the goddamn blue. I'm still salty about that.
She's bad attitude.
Oh my God.
Becky, look at Devin's comment saying Santana running was like Nick for All Out. Huh? Well, I saw it. Where was it? Jose said it was like a hockey game.
Yeah.
Hockey, go Flames.
I always like the Flames uniform, so go Flames.
they always have. Well, Kippersoft's goalie helmet was one of the best.
Oh yeah, unreal.
I had to kind of cheer for them because hometown lad who went to the hometown college, who ended up, Craig Conroy ended up on there when they were in the cup, so I had to cheer for them
for sure. And they still get gypped. TK better bring it. Supposed to be a big announcement tomorrow. Tomorrow should be an interesting night. They've announced a couple things. Like I said, Stat's going to have her first ever title defense. I believe we're going to try and continue some of these stories. The big thing they've advertised is Tony Khan has an announcement. Any opinions on that before we wrap her up?
Oh, is it 2 years down the road of like WrestleFlix or whatever WrestleFest or something? Like he already counter books WrestleMania in Saudi 2 years in advance. Like what else is it going to be? I've seen people say women's tag belts. I've seen this. I've seen that.
I think women's tag belt is probably the front runner.
Yeah. What's your division?
What's that?
I said, what's your division? You already have to figure out booking you can barely struggle to get one women's match on a weekly show. So why are you going to add more belts?
That's the problem. I felt like that way when they announced they were going to add Collision. And I was like, you guys are just figuring things out with Dynamite. Maybe a second show, you're not ready. Now and I felt that way about adding we're going to add a women's mid-card title. And up until Mercedes Moné, I did not agree with that choice. But now because you have Mercedes, it's like give a dog a bone. She can go play over there. But at the end of the day, they're going to throw in, they've been building it. You see these, the thrown together of Sky Blue, and who's with Sky Blue? Thekla. Are they going to do Freebird? Julia Hart.
The Toxic Triangle.
Yeah. Or
sounds like my ex.
But I think they're going to throw a bunch of ladies together. We saw Penelope Ford and Megan Bayne come together. So they're going to have a tournament for it. And I think that's what's going to happen. They're announcing the women's tag team title tournament.
I think we're not going to be able to predict what Tony's actual announcement is. No. And I want everybody to start timestamping and bookmarking all these journalists on what they say it is, because it probably won't be that. And I still wonder if it's going to be underwhelming.
Right? Like I just saved 5% on my car insurance. Like, great.
Go to the general and save some time.
Right. 6-man money match. Now it's $1 million. 1 million.
1 million. Well, and also with that match we might hear Jade, we might get some freshly squeezed and everything.
Well, a lot of rumor about that. I mean, again, it's kind of funny that you have. I didn't even know the conglomeration was still a thing. I didn't know that Hologram was a part of it now. It's weird, but again, it might be OC. A lot of people are wondering if he was teased heavily.
Oh, well, again, I don't know if exactly teased heavily might be the best term, but teased for sure, because the conglomeration literally feels like here's the collection of Tony's toys that all just decided to band together. Yeah. That don't make any bit of sense here.
No, not at all. It's just the leftovers. Like
Hologram, Mark Briscoe,
and Orange Cassidy,
Willow, Orange Cassidy, Kyle Fletcher, Harley Cameron.
The list goes on and on and on.
Yeah, and the beat goes on. But if
Orange Cassidy is one of your biggest names, is a trios match including Hologram and Mark Briscoe the spot for him? I don't know.
Yeah, because when we're at Wrestle Dream, when we get Okada versus Takeshita versus Orange Cassidy for the Continental Who Gives a Fuck Undisputed Who Knows title,
right?
That's how they build that.
Yeah,
you watch in a month's time. That'll be the match.
Yeah, we'll see. But folks, yes, Philip, we are here tomorrow. We're here for all your favorite wrestling. We watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there. We are the alternative commentary. And again, go check out all our socials. Check out our Discord. Go check out Blue Sky and Twitch and all the fun stuff. We are everywhere, folks, and we got more coming your way. More pay-per-views, more fun stuff, more excitement, and even some more faces. But Nick, tonight was a fun one. Good job, NXT. Let's go, TK.
Absolutely. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about that rest, you better put that for life with it.
See you on the flip side. Good night.